All right, everybody, it's your boy Drew Red with my boy Darrell Miller.
Yo, what's
What's
up?
what's going on? What's going on? Everybody, like and subscribe. Today's topic we're gonna talk about the Wu-Tang Clan a little bit, and also some business talk we got going on in the works. Um, so yeah, I just like the last couple of days at work, I had listened to Raekwon's book. His book From the Staircase to the Stage
Okay.
from the Wu Tang. Then I listened to Rise of the Killer, My Life in Wu Tang by your boy
Okay.
Ghostface Killer. And then
Okay.
of course your favorite, my dream.
Oh yeah.
Some good
Everybody favorite.
reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I was really trying to find like different similarities in there because everybody got their own testimony, everybody got their own story of how they saw things and how it went down with them and everything. And I just wanted to see like what everybody had to say as far as their story goes. And
Hmm.
they definitely all had a deep story, man, and they had a rough upbringing. But yeah, I think my favorite, man, out of them books, I think Ghostface. He to me, I see the most growth in him.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah, because
definitely do see.
like he was like that, like
Yeah.
quick to he on that, like he was ready to beat.
Yeah.
He was on that, like ready to shoot all the time. And now
Right.
he's like matter of fact, I'm gonna read a little part from what he said. This is I like this
Yeah.
part because I'm the same way. He said, I love everything. I don't even like killing. I don't kill spiders. If I did catch a bug, for the most part, I will let the bug crawl on a piece of paper and put them outside the door or the window. Because at the end of the day, everything has, listen, man, I got red blood, and so do a lot of insects. You would kill a fly, and a fly, you see red blood on the wall. It's blood. We got the same blood. But I get it though. Some animals might need to be killed, especially if you're in the jungle when a fucking lion is trying to eat your ass. You got to, but like man, like I get it because I do the same thing. My kids be like, "Why you always picking up spiders and putting them outside?" I'm like, man, they gotta live too. Like
Yeah.
life is important. But like that just shows his growth because he wasn't like that at first. He would have
Yeah.
he
He
would have
would have
been
fall
quick.
out.
The,
Yeah.
I was because I actually listened to him, so like you can hear like their well, it wasn't him that was telling his story, it was one of his peoples. But
Right.
almost sounded like he was there, the dude that was reading the story telling it, because he was talking about that little part with the Delphonics and how
Mm.
they I'm like, man, you did all that for nothing, really. Because he
Right.
said he was driving. The Delphonics was in the car. They was in the car behind him. In the show, they
Hmm.
had it where they were in the same car, but in real life, they was in the car behind him.
Hmm.
And he said it was a car that was in front of him, and everywhere they was going, that car was like kind of in their way, driving the same way. And he said he could see them in their rear view mirror, smiling and joking around and playing around too much. And he said
Hmm.
he got mad and
He
had
just
to
fired off.
shoot him.
Yeah, and this is
They were
what
hot.
Ghost would do. Uh, shit.
He stayed ready.
That's why I say, like, even in the show, I wonder was that like actually real, like when they was on that boat and how he wanted to shoot, like shoot at who he wanted,
Yeah,
like Raekwon and them
yeah. I don't
and
think it. hap-
Power.
I don't think it happened all the way like that, but I do think I remember reading that it was something similar to that. But
So
nah,
they
him
was
and
on the
see him
boat.
and Raekwon was cool. They all went to school together. He said him and Raekwon went to
Yeah.
school together. He would see Raekwon laughing all the time with his gang. He said they always was cracking jokes,
Yeah,
and he ain't never they never really got into it like that. But I forgot what happened, but they ended up getting cool later down the line. They never was beefing or nothing for real.
yeah.
From what
That's good.
Ghostface said and Raekwon, they both said the same thing, really.
So I wonder, and he also said like, what goes? Was he really cool with Devon? Like like close with Devon and selling?
Yeah. Now they was close. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, they was
so
close.
that's how he got close with the sister and stuff, right?
I don't know. He ain't say nothing about the sister in the book, so I don't know. But
Because
I
he
do
did
know he
really
do
marry.
got a baby, or he did have a baby with one of the sisters. Because it's
Right.
really a
Yeah,
lot of
because a
them.
lot more.
RZA got a bunch of brothers and sisters, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 11 of them, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, one, hey, one thing they all say about RZA, they say he used to be musty. He used to
Damn.
be musty, but he used to just
Yeah.
like get up and just
Yeah.
make music all day. So that was his thing. He
Yeah.
wasn't really worried
Yeah.
about hygiene
Yeah. Hell no. Yeah. He probably in that studio all day.
all day and night. Probably didn't even probably lost track of time most days.
Right. Right. But they all said though it was because of him why they all, did the thing. They all said like he linked them all together and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Basically, if it went for that trial, like the good thing that RZA didn't get locked up for that was it murder case or the gun? That
yeah.
shit would have been no Wu-Tang if it went for that. Like he didn't get out of that, boy.
Now
Because I
Raekwon
thought
said
that was fabricated. I ain't gonna lie from the show. I thought
Raekwon
it was
said he was
fabricated.
kind of mad that what you
You
say.
said what? No, I said like I thought that was kind
No,
of fake when the show. Can you hear me?
yeah.
Yeah, I was saying I thought it was kind of fake in the show. I didn't know he really actually went to jail, for shooting or whatever. So I like when they confirmed he actually did. I was like, oh shit, I didn't know he was like that.
Yeah, Raekwon was saying he was mad he didn't do more on the show for that scene because
Yeah,
he said really if that because he really could have got locked up for that and would have did like
yeah,
30 some years. And he was like,
yeah,
man, he should have put more emphasis on that because if that would have happened, Wu-Tang never would have happened.
yeah, yeah. That definitely would have been a good like dramatic point. I think he just didn't want to rush, just be focused on him because you got so many people you gotta put into the series, and probably they only gave him like what 8 episodes. So he's like, shit, I can't spend all on me or whatever like that when I got like damn 8 other people to shoot. You got what I'm saying, everybody else you gotta put with, what I'm saying, even old dirty bastard, he was so important. His role into the group, everybody else you gotta balance and stuff like that. So no selling. And then with the writers and
And that's
company, they
another
probably like what?
that's another thing they were saying too. They all said that really it was mainly really Jizza, RZA, and ODB who came up with the plan. They said really old
Yeah,
dirty bastard was the main like the biggest star. Like at first he was the main one rapping. Everybody wasn't rapping for real. It was mainly him that
yeah.
was really doing it, and then everybody else kind of followed suit.
Yeah, I think old dirty bastard was the reason why they got so popular. Like he was that shining star. When everything went wrong, he made it up. So like even in the show, like he fixed everything. For some reason, his odd choices fixed
Man,
everything. Like
knew what to do, man. He was
right, old dirty bastard.
something, you know.
Yeah, like RZA was the plan. Jizza made sure that his cousin's idea went through. He was always that one. He was right for his cousin. Uh, they all had a like they part in it, but you could definitely tell RZA, Jizza make sure with his idea, even though he didn't sign a contract with, but make sure his cousins and them was straight. Method Man just stayed in line, like he believed in the group, he believed what was going on because he had nothing else to do besides wanting to be a rapper. Ghost and then like Ghost Raekwon seemed like from the show point, like giving it a chance from just selling drugs and doing what they are doing. They had nothing else going on. Devon believed in his little brother, and also he wanted to stop getting locked up and stuff and all that. And power shit, he was just like shit. That was money. I mean, it could be a good money idea for him, but it was really, you know, what I'm saying, dirty. He was having fun and shit, but realized like he was the reason why this shit, whole shit, Wu-Tang popped off. Him and then Method Man too. When Method Man dropped that single, that really boosted him too to a higher. That Method Man song that really pushed him too at first. It was Method Man that was really rapping because Method Man was, I guess, noticed before, and then they started doing the Wu Tang stuff. I believe. Oh, shit.
Dang, oh, internet be trash over here in the
Yeah,
hood.
mine too. That's why I got to stay in one spot, boy.
Man.
You got to stay in one spot. But that's just how I looked at it.
Yeah,
I think they dope though. Like for nine different individuals with different personalities to come together, that's dope. And especially from the hood and streets, and then just to believe in one guy, even though y'all all knew him, but not all of them related. Just to say, yo, let's just do it, see how it goes, and it turned out great. Even though it has some, flaws at the beginning and some crazy stuff, especially losing all they albums and with that disc and stuff during the water, during that thunder or that river. Boy,
man. A few of them said, like, look, if that never would have happened, they all would have been way bigger than what they are now. Because he
just
said
expected that.
they had some
Expected that
fire
probably
albums.
being one of the biggest,
Yeah,
at least as a lyrical rapper. Expected that. I think he would have been more. I don't know if he would have been more bigger than Method or Old Dirty, but I think he would have been up there as big. Maybe in the RZA, maybe or the and he probably been where the Ghost of Raekwon is as far as popularity. You know what I'm saying? I think
yeah,
Method Man and they'll just had that look about them and they personality. Like Method and Old Dirty Bastard just had that personality and draw
yeah.
with
They
them.
had that
Add the other,
personality, and they was performers. They just
yeah,
natural performers, so it was
yeah,
easier for them to get that spotlight. Uh,
yeah. They was
everybody
like Ghost of Raekwon was more cool and laid back. Like they probably didn't want to be bigger besides just rapping. Like they just want to be, rappers. RZA would have been just where he's at, like just keep growing. Everybody else kind of been where they was. I believe nobody else would have really changed.
for real. Yeah, I'm trying to think of because trying to think because Capadonna was locked up when they first became Wu Tang. Uh,
Hmm.
you guys said that um one of them tracks that it was one of them tracks that not RZA, Ghostface and Raekwon was working on. And you guys was like, man, y'all need to get Capadonna on this track, man. Put him on. And they
Hmm.
wasn't really trying to do it. And he went back to the hood and got him and bought him there. And he said that's really how he got on. I don't know if that's true or
Hmm.
not, but
Yeah, yeah. He trying to take credit off some shit.
yeah,
You probably, I don't know. Because it would have been like how close the Ghost of Raekwon to you guys, like, to listen. I don't know. It could have.
because they
Because they
all
ain't
was
had
saying
too
like
many
he was
songs.
like the big brother,
Who, you
huh?
got? You say you got was a big brother?
Nah, all of them. They all saying not you guy, but Capadonna was like the big brother. He was
A
already
part of Wu?
solidified. You know that remember that competition that they had in the show where they all rapped and them Jamaicans won.
Yeah.
In real life, they said Capadonna won that, but
Oh
it happened.
damn.
It happened in his little territory, his area. So of course the crowd was gonna be more so on his side, but
Right.
yeah, he was the better, definitely was the better rapper, especially back at that in them days.
Mm, that's
But yeah, he
dope.
actually
That's
won
dope.
that competition.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's dope.
Capadonna. They said it was his swag. He got that. He had that swag. He knew how to put some outfits together, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. Capadon. Yeah.
Done.
That's dope. But he wasn't featured a lot of their songs, did he? Like he ain't.
Nah, he especially in the earlier days. Nah, he
Mhm.
wasn't really none of the songs for real. He came in a little later. He's in more songs now, but
Right.
and
I don't
I think
know.
on
Wherever, but that protect your neck. No, that was dope.
yeah, protect your neck. Yeah, that was that one.
Yeah.
Said my boy Inspector Deck, he's setting them off. He was mad.
Right.
How you gonna have me on every song setting it off, but I still ain't got no deal. He-
Boy. Boy. And it's crazy. Like nobody was looking at him though. That's crazy.
nah, that's what I'm
But
trying
like
to.
I said,
It's crazy though.
but
Like, why
I
was it?
think because his personality, I don't think he had that personality. I don't
Yeah,
think.
that's
I
what he
think
said too. Like he was the like in the shadows.
quiet.
Yeah, like how
Yeah.
kind of like how I am. Like I'd rather not be in the spotlight like that. I'd rather just
Yeah.
sit back and let everybody else shine, and I'll just be in the background. Really, that's how
Yeah.
he was, like a background type.
Yeah. Nah, you can't be that. That's why I said like you can even tell in the video, Method Man and them was like the wild one, like just a performance in the video. You could just tell like they have that that cinematic style and like they'll get the crowd hyping how they was just and they were so animated. Like that's what they were
That's
looking for. That's what you like.
man. I
Boy,
don't know what
Method
he
Man was
was
animated.
doing,
Right.
but
He remind me of Junior. Like he's animated. Like he definitely animated. So I think that's what helped them to look stand out compared to the group. Like him, especially old Dirty Bastard animated as hell. So that's why Def Jam they one that looked at them and the other record labels looked at the others or whatever.
Mhm. Yeah, but that was a fire plan that he came up with and how it worked. That was the truth, man. RZA, he really a genius for that.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, ain't nobody did that before, especially that they don't have their own like masters and all that, or just like they choice dinner of a label and all that, and still be part of the Wu-Tang and how he equally gave people money instead of it doesn't matter how much you sold or popularity, everybody eats the same and stuff like that. Because if it would have been different, it would have been way worse in that whole drama. Because just
Oh
like
yeah,
they were talking about that,
Raekwon was pissed like the little scene. He ain't like that idea. He like, nah,
yeah,
man, ain't no way. Like niggas ain't even showing up. They ain't not even on songs for real. How they getting paid the same as
right,
me? And like that's the man, like certain people should be getting paid more. They the superstars. They bringing in the
yeah,
money. How's everybody getting paid the same? Like he was mad. He kept saying
yeah,
it all throughout the book, like, man, like I was vocal the whole time, even if nobody else would say nothing, I was. And
yeah,
he stayed
yeah,
beefing Divine. He said Divine always was doing something funny with the money, man. And he's
yeah,
always like the part on the show. Remember on the show when they got them credit cards?
yeah,
When he gave everybody a credit card, he said that Divine promised them a certain amount of money. I forgot how much money it was. So he gave them a portion because he said the way he was paying them, he would pay them a portion at a time. He said he gave them their first portion, then he gave them credit cards the second time around. And then when
yeah,
they were supposed to get paid that last time for it, he said he came to him with a bill showing him like, look, this is all what y'all ran up on them credit cards. Y'all like y'all not getting paid. They was hot. Well,
Right.
he was the main one that was mad. But everybody else probably was
Yeah,
mad, you know.
yeah.
But I know
But shit,
Raekwon
who
was
knows? Like, I guess I don't know. I can see both sides because I mean, you look at it. Rappers don't think about the business part. That's the
dang,
part, and
no.
then they think just because I might have sold a million records, I get a million. Nah, you don't get a million. You still got to pay back the label. You got to pay back
All that shit.
everything else like that. And then think about all the homies. Like remember season 3 when they had all the homies at the crib. You had old dirty bastard homies, and they just buy pizzas and all that. That shit add up. You got cars, that shit add up. Houses that you buying, that shit ain't yours. That's the labels that own that shit. You trying to recoup
Yep.
and pay that. This is something that artists don't understand. Like even with a Raekwon, yeah, like Raekwon, I don't think he understood. Like, bro, you really in debt. I'm just trying to look out and give you the money
Yeah,
just so you don't overdo,
that's
over debt yourself. Devon, to me, that's why I always respect Devon because he looked like he was looking out for him without teaching him why. That was it. The only issue I had with Devon and RZA was you not teaching them because
that
that could have stopped a lot of headaches and them questioning y'all moves. But I got me learning about the music business. I understand why they would do something like that. You stopping your friends for it really getting into debt because they don't know how much they really making, especially with the other deals of the record labels. Especially since they split off in different labels, they got to do business with them other labels to say, all right, this is a percentage we're getting from those album sales, and this is what y'all get, and this is what the artists get, because the artists don't make a lot of money off their album sales, especially depending on the deal. And then you spend a lot of money, like I said, on cars, and you got all them friends with you, your homies, your niggas, they buying food and all that. You buying all that shit. You running up the credit cards. You ain't even thinking about at the end, you think you just got all this money. Nah, bro, you actually in debt. Now you gotta do a second album and double or triple what you just sold just to pay back. Like that's why I say I think Devon and them like we try to look out in that type of way. It was like I'm not trying to let you go broke or you overspend it because you a superstar. You got
What up?
what up, Jay Leno?
Ain't
hey
nothing, man. It's got done cleaning. What's good?
Negro
man,
always
took you
late.
long enough, man.
He said he's always
I
late.
tried to hold off a little bit, but
I appreciate you, man. Hey, look, since I came home from work, I've been busting my butt, man. I'm here.
man,
Yeah,
man, I appreciate
you
you
watch Wu
jumping on.
Tang?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I watched them. Yeah, I watched the. I watched all seasons.
Okay, all right. So do you believe like Devon and them did the right thing with the group and them, like the Power, Devon and RZA?
See, all right. See, to me, it's almost it's yin and yang.
Yeah,
The way I look at it, because for one, you as as you got the in music, the producer and the label always gets the most credit and they gets the bigger cut
uh,
of the profit of the product,
facts.
and the artist don't.
Yes,
All right, and so so I look at it like these guys. I don't know if they're not getting the royalties of the cut that they're supposed to be getting. I'm against
yeah,
that. But if they're
yeah,
saying I see all these niggas with all this money and I don't
yeah,
understand because everybody likes my rap song,
right,
you know what I mean? I'm like, hey
yeah,
man, but look, at the end of the day, people don't know what they sign up for.
right. We were just talking about that. I was just playing some big bro. I was like, the only issue I had with RZA and Devon from the show is nobody taught them before signing the contract about the business of just like how Devon was learning
Mhm.
business and we pick up that book of business. He didn't sit down with the artist before they signed it, but like, hey, this is a percentage you're gonna get from the song because RZA's producing most of it. This is what the label, wherever label you sign with, this is what the percent they gonna get from the song and the producer. This is how much you get. You're just an artist. You just a writer, but you ain't getting what you think you getting. And then your album sales, you not think you just because you sold a million records don't mean you making $1 million.
Mhm.
And basically we give you an advance. This is not money you already got that's just yours. This is advance, as in you got to pay this stuff back. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? Like I think if they would have broke that down to them before they signed, before they knew they was getting to it, it would have saved them a lot of headache. Where the artist not going at the bomb, but like we can't trust you, we can't trust you or power or RZA, like y'all whatever they issues with, it would have saved that headache.
And then
But what I thought Devon and them did was actually trying to help them out, even though they didn't teach them. Was I'm trying not to make sure y'all go broke by giving y'all these little credit cards, or making sure you don't over go in debt, like you over limit yourself. You know what I mean? Be over your expenses like that by trying to get y'all budget or a balance and all that, because you got so many homies with you paying stuff for food and all that from the show. You see how they was riding car, like everything like that. I can see people from the hood act like that, where you get money and you try to buy all your homie stuff, not realizing how much money you really have compared to what they trying to just give you just for your own studio time and albums and music videos and all that. So I can see both ways of it.
yeah,
And they did say in them books, they did say that they was like 200, 300 deep almost all the time. So that's a lot of
Yeah,
money.
that's cost. You
yeah.
don't think them niggas asking for shit? Like you, they try to
That's a
protect
lot
you
of money.
too. They
I also like to throw
That's a
into the
lot of
fact
money.
that even watching the show, I don't know if the depiction is that factual, but with it, what I'm about to throw in there, not all of them were locked in on their music careers at the very beginning. They had a foot in
yeah,
they had you know what I'm saying? They had a foot in so many other things. It would have to take somebody to have a hold of that lump sum of money and look, focus on Wu-Tang as a brand, because at this point, Wu-Tang as a brand is so strong that it don't matter who's in the group. If you got that Wu-Tang
right.
label behind you, somebody's going to at least hear what's going on. The brand is
Yeah,
the brand is bigger than the artist.
yeah. Especially
Like,
the logo.
I
Mm-hmm.
can say this though, like it was a point in time, like after let's see, like after Jizza, probably after Jizza, he was like the fifth one, fourth or fifth one that had an album that RZA just stopped focusing on the Wu-Tang Clan, and he had another little group, off-brand group called the Killer Bees, and
Mm-hmm.
he was doing stuff for them more than the group. So a lot of them was getting mad for that. Like Inspector Deck, for his album, he did most of his own beats, and he had other people, other producers do his beats. RZA probably only had 2 or 3 beats, if that, on his album. Even You Guy, I think RZA only had maybe 1 beat on his album. So it was like, why you
Man, you
leaving this?
at this point, you got don't count, man. You got don't count in this whole equation, bro. You got don't count. 4 bars and what he was gonna call his album? 4 bars. He was gonna give him a whole what 32 with eight, like
Right.
60
Now,
Hey,
tracks.
you
Like
got
what he was
he
gonna
was
do?
the
snapping
real
through though,
question,
man.
the real question
Snap
I
it for
have
four bars.
is the real question I have is though does the guys, the originators, do they have control and rights to likeness and
I think RZA Devon and
I think
I
Method
think
Man is
RZA
out of
Devon
the
empowered
Def
them.
Jam deal. I think that's with Method Man going to Def Jam. I think he's free, but the rest of the
What do you
guys,
mean?
Nah, nah. They
Uh-uh.
at least the first five. I think the first 5 years, RZA had ownership to everything. Really.
okay.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is are they trapped and bound because of this contract? Can
Oh,
they
nah, nah,
go?
nah.
Can they
They all
go
they
out
all
and
free
do
now.
other things? Get on get on TV shows and
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
nah, nah. They free now. Really, what it is now, they can't
What's up,
use.
SSJ? You're muted right now. I just want to say what up though.
Yeah. What up, SSJ?
Yo,
But
what's
Well,
up?
SSG.
there you go. But yeah, like they can't use the Wu Tang logo. They can't use the Wu Tang logo without cutting
Their
RZA and them.
consent.
And it's like certain
Yeah.
stuff they can and can't do. But yeah, they all free now. They all can really do what they want. But as a label, as a group, they gotta make certain decisions as a group. But as
Solo acts.
single, as artists, do what they want, really. Because I
But I
know
think
even Raekwon, he even said in his book that eventually he started his own label and he had signed a bunch of people to his label and he started seeing what RZA went through. He was started to realize like, all right, some stuff I was tripping about, but some stuff RZA still should have did differently. But he was able to see that firsthand because he was the owner of a label and he
hey,
Yeah,
had
so
people
it's
sign.
difficult.
yeah,
It's difficult having a label, boy. It's that headache,
Yeah,
boy.
I'm pretty
You don't
sure
want
he.
no parts.
did the
You don't
books
want no parts of that.
travel
Especially
and
with different personalities and expectations, boy.
live people, and then
Mhm.
living amongst your means when some people need to be on the bus instead of taking a plane. Some people need to be
Yeah.
in coach instead of going first class.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, but like the real question, or I guess I really want to go into this is, do you guys think this is more of a reflection of them being older and think and looking at the mistakes that they make, and they're just not holding themselves accountable for their mistake, and they're just pointing the finger?
Yeah, I think that's why I
You know what I
said that.
mean?
I think, yeah, I definitely agree because I think because I still think it's animosity with them, but I think it's from them making a bad decision of not reading the contracts and understand the business. And I said on the other side of RZA and them for not teaching them because that's your bros and homies. Like even with my brothers or whatever, like I'm gonna make sure they know what as much as I know or try to understand, just so we don't it'll never be a situation where they come to me be like, man, you ain't teach me this shit. Like you had me signed up for some bullshit now, don't and I'm not getting the money I was supposed to be getting. You got me the F up there. Then they're gonna put all the blame on you for something that even though they still should have read because they trusted in you, now they putting it all on you where it's like it's a 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you should read your
See, but
own stuff, your own
that's
contract.
another thing though. That's another thing though. RZA had it like that. He told them like,
Yeah,
you gotta trust me. Like I'm doing. Let me do this. Let me run this. I'm the head type. Like I
yeah,
got y'all. Like RZA gave them that word, so they really was trusting in him. But
yeah,
they can't really get mad at him all the way because Divine was more so in control of the money. And
yeah,
Divine was doing some slick stuff because, like they all even said, like we all put 40,000 into the Woo wear, and didn't none of them make
mm,
no money off of that, but
yeah,
RZA and Divine and
Mhm.
Power or whoever else was up there, but none of the members made any money off of that. But they all
yeah,
invested. So why is we not seeing no money?
It's a tough point to be in because I mean you kind of look at it like, all right, so, with some of the members of the group, they they their rap careers like helped them get out of the hood, helped them get out of some of
right,
the poverty that they had. And in the same sense, you mentally, it's like you got to be thankful for it. But then that when you move past that, you become a mature person and you want to be a man and have your own identity, and you know you want to do other things, you know, you and then you're
By
bound
all
to a
means, go for it.
contract. I mean, then
and
you're
then
bound
you got
to a contract. This is yeah.
And then you got to think about how much they sacrifice for them too. So we getting like I always say, you always get the we always want to identify with the artist because we feel like they struggle because they the most outspoken, right? And they
Mhm.
always complain about this shitty deal, all this like it's the other people's fault, blah blah blah. At the same time, that's why I always look at the business side. That's why I'm glad to be an artist in the business. Man, I can look at both sides. You got to look at how much they sacrifice for y'all to even become successful, how much
Mhm.
money they lost, how much things they stressed. You see how Devon was stressed at season three, dealing with all that stuff. We don't know if it's true or not, but think about at the beginning how much money you had to invest in a company that your little brother don't even have the finance for, that you're helping the finance for, then find other people to help finance for. Then how much money to get into the business office to look, to be legit for them to even have a sit down with you to do all that. So we still don't know the back of it, what Devon and them had to sacrifice for them to even get the Wu-Tang. We look at the artists like, oh, they got the talent, and then all that's what all it took. No, it's not because that was the case. Method Man didn't need them at all. Method Man would have been on, but the fact he actually needed a RZA and Devon and them to that business side would help levitate his career even more to
Mhm.
even Old Dirty Bastard to them like that. So it's
Mhm.
still that other side, even though we like to get with the artists and feel for them because they always talk about their struggles and blah blah blah. But that business side, what matters the most when it comes to these business deals and contracts, we don't know what they went through stressing with them. Essentially, you got to deal with nine personalities, nine different motherfuckers with nine person. You know, it's hard to do that with two niggas. Think
Mhm.
about with nine motherfuckers from different hoods, different side of New York. You trying to balance, and a lot of them don't have knowledge like you do, and you trying to put all this together. Like I dealt with that shit with other artists, so that's why I said I can totally understand for both sides of it. So that's why I say it's that 50-50 thing. Like, but that's why I say we got to hear more from the other people too to know who really what really happened. Where you can say, all right, this person was wrong, right? This other people was wrong, right? In the situation, boom, boom, boom. Now, can y'all both agree? Y'all all fucked up and get back together, do some dope.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the
I
main
would,
thing. It's a live and learn thing. Like you gotta.
my fault. I know. Okay, he must have got disconnected. Now he's reconnecting. All right, there we go.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was waiting on you.
Oh yeah, it's a live and learn type thing. Like you gotta grow up and learn. Like see, like if you got a problem with how things is being ran or how the money's being ran or whatever, like at some point you just got to go ahead and do your own thing. I mean, of course y'all are a
Hmm.
group, so y'all gonna do shows together, and you just go either speak up or you gonna settle for whatever you getting paid. You're gonna do them shows. You're gonna do albums together. If you don't like something, speak up, and if it don't change, then I mean that's y'all. If you want to be part of the group, do your thing with the group. But outside of that, man, y'all gotta step up and do your own thing. Invest in your own companies,
Mm.
whatever y'all gotta do to keep that money flow in the way y'all want it to come in. Like um don't just settle for just Wu-Tang.
Man,
Right.
Especially
That's
if you
what.
don't like
you know, like you know how motherfuckers try to keep up with the Joneses. If everybody
Yeah.
there's a 9-person cut, just because you see somebody else living this other lifestyle and all this, and it don't mean that you the type of motherfucker that could do the same thing. You
Right.
know what I mean? Or look. If you look, a real entrepreneur don't never really have no money. They take their
Right.
money and they throw it somewhere else, and hopefully that
Yeah.
money come right back, double or triple.
Right.
Sometimes it's halfway. Sometimes you get a little bit of that, and you pay a little bill here, and then throw. You know what I mean? Your money's always going somewhere else. So
And,
yeah, they.
and you got to think about it. Who's the least person that has said anything really negative? Maybe a little, like maybe a little. Who's the least person at a Wu Tang that has to say really anything out of the whole like group? Which artist that don't really say anything? Was a couple of them
I'm
probably.
trying to
Just
think. Have I heard anything from Inspector?
Expected had issues, but Method Man, like think of Method Man, right? Method Man
yeah,
had followed
you
his
don't hear from
huh?
now
What
I'm
you
saying you
said?
don't hear from an inspector, you don't hear him complaining too much.
I know the
Yeah,
last
Method
Wu
Man,
Tang
you definitely probably
documentary
won't
they
hear
had
him
like
complain.
they had Ghost, Meth, and Raekwon.
right.
And
But you got to think Method Man, he did his own thing even at the beginning. Like you could tell Method Man was like he wasn't tripping over the Wu Tang. So even if it wouldn't have been too much of his favor, he wasn't tripping about the splits. He wasn't tripping, even though he was the biggest artist at the time besides Old Dirty. He would to me he didn't seem like he was more vocal talking bad about like RZA and them, or any of them. Like he went to Def Jam, did his own thing, got successful. Once you see like
Yeah,
Ghost Raekwon, like
Method,
Ghost Raekwon and them, they did.
Method's real
Huh?
humble. Now I'm saying Method Man is humble. Like he just
he's the
knew,
lead
like
singer. The lead singer's
I'm gonna
always
get
good when
whatever I
shit get
get.
bad.
I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
Omarion's
What you say?
good. I said the lead
right,
singer's always good. Omarion's good.
right,
Justin Timberlake's fine. Nick Carter's fine. You
right.
know he had
But
movies.
they all get paid the same though. You feel me? Like so, when it comes to the Wu Tang, you know how they all got paid the same. Now somebody just like Raekwon even say you like shit. The motherfucker could have been talking was Method Man. Oh Dirty, who was selling the most at the time. Now, if that would have changed, I think things would have got worse. Even though Raekwon said it would have got better, I think that shit would have got way worse because if they ain't selling like that, think of how much crumbs they really money they really would have been low on. If he would have been eat like Method Man been eating the most and all that type of shit, how much you think they would have been eating?
Hey, and then hey, don't think that Method Man ain't look at it like nigga, y'all are eating off of my fucking plate that's getting split
Yeah,
with 10 niggas. And,
you're right.
and I'm barely getting this amount. I'm getting paid just like them, and y'all are eating off of me right now. Oh hell no!
And then
Hello, deal. Where Def Jam at?
right, right. Like he said shit, I ain't tripping about that little shit. Like shit, I got shit over here, I got movies, I got a TV show, I'm with Redman, I'm doing my shit. Y'all need to be on when I'm on.
And that's why he did it though. Like he ain't wasn't trying to trick us. He like, look, I'm gonna take what I get from this, and I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna keep flipping, and I'm gonna get into something else and something else, and y'all can keep tripping over this little even split. But I'm finna be
Right.
making money off of shows, off of movies, off of features, off of everything else. Now he in power, making all kinds of money right now. 50 Cent paying
Right,
him well.
right. He a lawyer and everything. He is he a lawyer.
You
He
know
a
what
game
I'm saying?
If the TV show serves it right,
Man, too
the
good
people
right.
right now.
the people who actually invested and had money to put up, because they're all talented. The niggas that had the
Yeah,
money put up are the niggas that's recognized.
right.
Because the TV
They
show
just
showed
saw a bigger picture.
Raekwon was a hustler. The TV
Yeah,
show showed that Method Man was out there hustling. You feel
yeah,
me? And they showed that Ghostface was out there in them streets putting in work too.
Man, Ghost was,
yeah,
my
So
boy Ghost was putting in too much work, man.
you know what I mean?
yeah. But I don't think they was as big as they was with Wu though. Like I think it still ties back with Wu because I think Wu was their biggest brand, like their biggest shine. Even though they did stuff like solely, but I think it was that Wu brand and the way they came out, like is their best era with them. With them, I think when it comes to Method, like he always elevated his popularity, elevated his network. The others they good solo, but they way better together. It feels
I mean,
like it's just
Yeah,
something
because
about them together.
Met and let Wu define him. Like you see, he got stuff with Redman. They was almost bigger together than Wu-Tang than he was with Wu-Tang.
Hey, you damn near like brand wise too. Like damn
Yeah,
near,
they do got a bigger brand. I'm pretty sure his brand with Redman is bigger than his brand with Wu-Tang.
I'm gonna use this
It
yeah,
as
has to
I'm gonna
be.
use this as a comparison because when those other artists that took their break and went solo, that was an opportunity for another person to step up. Because let's compare this to Cash Money. BG was the original nigga, then it was
yep,
Juvenile,
yep,
and then they got mad because they weren't getting paid, and Birdman wasn't
yep,
paying nobody. So when
yep.
they left, all them residuals and all that money for promotion, guess who it went to?
Little
Fucking
Wayne,
Wayne.
yep,
And Wayne
yep,
worked his ass off and had that
and
radio
rebuild it.
money of all of their money
But
circulating on
you,
the radio.
hey, but can't lie. At the beginning, you could tell it was gonna be Wayne,
Yeah, oh, yeah,
even when he was like not like.
rapper. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but you knew it was building up. Like even at the beginning, even though with Juvie, the hot one, well, BG was the one, but Juvie with that eye, like his album 400 Degrees popping. But you could just tell if you just watched the whole Cash Money. I even went to that concert. Some you could tell something about Little Wayne because he was the youngest man in the street, the youngest dude, right, and his style.
He wasn't Bow Wow. He wasn't
Yeah,
He wasn't IMA. He was
yeah.
shooting guns and all that shit at a young age.
You really think about Lil Wayne was the first young hood gangster that they promoted.
Yeah,
Like from 14, like I think he was like really 14, 15 when he really
Mhm.
they start pushing his baller blocking. But even being the baller blocking movie and all that, like you could tell he was on that rise. It just took that time once they done with the grown ups and he became grown. Yeah, he just took over. But you could just tell it was gonna be that shift after a while.
So I mean, it could have been like that. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Like sometimes sometimes you have a moment. It's hard for it to stick. Wu Tang fans was still there, but guys,
Yes.
when you go from the first time they had came out and the first time they spawned and everything, y'all got to realize Tupac emerged, Nas
Yeah.
emerged, Jay Z
Yeah.
emerged, Buster Rhymes is out there right now.
Yeah.
Here comes Snoop. Here
Yeah.
come, you know what I mean?
Dre.
Dre. Here comes Dre. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Ice Cube still had his foot in hip hop at that time. LL Cool
Yep.
J was hopping in and out of there. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? There's a lot of more other, a little more interesting things. You know, Pac was like had media in a frenzy for like 4 years. He was talking shit and getting in trouble.
Right. And then they had that West Coast, I mean East Coast West Coast beef, and that was in the middle of it. Like they was in the middle. Method Man was talking about that shit. Like they was in the middle of that shit. But they was cool on both sides. Like they ain't had no beef, but you know what I mean. People always want you to pick a side and type shit.
Hmm.
Mhm.
But I
But
will say
yeah,
this,
they
across the world, everybody knows Wu Tang is. No matter what color
yeah
you are, to be honest with you, when it comes to Wu Tang, I think Wu Tang has one of the strongest Caucasian fan bases.
Oh yeah, they do.
yeah
They do.
yeah yeah
They all say that like they were
And they'll
surprised
fight
to see
about it like
that that
like they got
Caucasians
jumped
love
into
like
Wu
they.
Tang themselves too. Like they
right.
act like they really gang like Wu Tang ganging out there.
It was because it was just so special. You got 9 motherfuckers on stage. Damn near nigga, like everybody got different styles and the Wu Tang logo that sets it off. That's why they emphasize that logo in the show because that logo was so important to not just a name, but what they represent and how branding that was. And not only that, how RZA took actual China Japanese sounds and mixed it with hip hop. Like that was so unheard of at the time. And old school beats mixed that shit and made it
Mhm.
sound dope. That's why I loved even in season 2 how he broke down his beat,
Oh
his
yeah,
mindset.
that one episode.
Yeah, like
I watched that
yeah,
all the. I used to watch it all the time, bro.
bro, like especially protect your neck one. It took like how long it took them just for him to break, like to get the instruments right. How he took individual characters that took them out, put them back in to do the instrument, and then they start playing together. Then they start, bro. That was so creative
Yeah.
and it's like
That's
impactful.
another thing
And
a lot
they,
of people don't realize. Ghostface got a lot of production credits on them albums and stuff because he actually he said he rolled shotgun really with RZA the whole time, man. He was always by his side, helping him with beats and helping him with a lot of stuff. So he actually, I'm
see,
pretty sure he got tipped off a little more than some of the other members. They might
yeah,
not
I
say,
mean, think about
but
it.
he
And
probably
he ain't had to do that. Like the shit that they think about this. If really Devon and them was really grimy niggas, they didn't have to do the shit they did for Wu Tang. They wouldn't even be able to go to other labels. They deal would have been all the way messed up. It would have been so many grimy shit they could have did, and the fact that RZA put, Ghostface's name in credits, he's still probably getting a check for that. Because if you help, he probably even do
Paid
shit.
the bill
Really,
that
just
day.
listen
That's
to
how he
him.
gonna
Just
pay him back.
listen, huh?
I said that nigga probably paid the bill that day, and that's how he gonna pay him back. I'll give you a credit.
Right?
You know what I mean? You never know.
Yeah,
he actually helped with beats and stuff. Cause I forget somebody actually taught one of them actually taught RZA how to make beats, and RZA just studied and took off with it. Cause they
But
say he a genius, man. They don't know how his
I will
mind
say
works.
this
Like he
though:
just
if you're willing to be if you're willing to be an independent artist in the rap game, I I would I would buy the rights to my beats and all that, even if I didn't make them. And that shit, like for instance, for me, I'm gonna buy all the rights to my beats, and on the producer credit, it's gonna say Jay Leno. On the writing credit, it's gonna say Jay Leno, because I would
yeah,
rather
oh yeah.
own all that shit than give. No offense, get your credit if you want to lease it out to me, but I
right.
rather own. I want all of the cut.
Yeah, because that's what long term wise that turns into revenue. Like long term wise, that's a check every time they playing it, and that's a classic, and it gets fun, and they sample it, they resample it, they redo anything, put in music, movies, and all that shit. Yeah, you want your name and the credit, you want your percentage. Anything you helped on.
That's
but a lot of people don't know about that at the time. Like even writers, like writers that write for singers or rappers, they don't always understand like the credit part of it. Or I'm gonna sell you a song, and then they don't really pay them that well, and then they ass out. Like I know it was an artist that wrote for Chris Brown. He sold him that liquor song, and he didn't know nothing about the business. And now Chris Brown making all this money, you don't get shit for it. Like people do that. Like people just think, oh, just to get my name out and just my name attached. It's like, nah, man, you got to think about business long term. That shit's a hit, especially an artist like that. You want every type of percentage or residuals you can off that shit.
I mean, look, I mean, look, and then some people they find people that are talented that don't have enough money they need to pay the rent.
Yeah,
And then
that's what they find.
yeah, but so that's what they find. Look, don't think that Kanye, Swiss Beats, or any one of them guys, because I do know a couple instances where that happens to where the producers look to buy out beats from other producers to where
Yeah,
where they could buy your beat for like 5 grand or 10 grand because you ain't never had nobody gave you 5 or 10 grand for your music in the first
yeah,
place. Then they sell it to somebody else for 50 to 100,000 to use that beat.
yeah. And the same with artists. Why you think they go after poor people? Why you think they sign broke people that's not willing to read contracts? They hunt after those people because they know you gonna sign over yourself. You gonna do what we tell you to do. You're gonna be a slave under this contract. If you don't do what we tell you, you're gonna be broke, homeless, in the negative. I'll sue you, get this money back. That's why labels don't care about throwing artists money. Cause shit, I'm gonna get this money regardless.
And they can always find another one. Unless,
Yeah, I could,
unless you
I
are
can find.
you have to be popular and a worldly talent. If you ain't
Right,
popular, look, they will find another dummy.
right, right. Yeah,
Real,
That's a fact.
real.
that's just how the world works, man. Because everybody try to get on. Most of the people try to get on. They can find one. They be like, and they can develop them. So shit, they might sign them, but after a year or two development or rechanging their image and look, they be a whole different person.
But I will say though, what I really like about Wu-Tang is they got albums that people don't even know about or pay attention to, and they still have a cult like following. And
Yeah,
that's why they're probably one of the great. To me, they're if not the great, they're the greatest group. I don't think too many other people can do that.
yeah. The
Yeah, they
only
got
people I
two
put
of
them as
them.
a comparison, the only people I compare them to for me is Bone Thugs, and it's only, but not on the producing or film thing, just how they came up as a group with the Easy, the West Coast, even though they Midwest,
Mhm.
and the people they work with, from the Biggies, the Tupacs, the Big Puns, the Easy. They the only group to do that. They the only group that hit records with those type of people and still do their Midwest type of thing. So to me, that's a legendary thing that nobody can ever do in a group, is work with those so many legends on a song and have hit record and still making albums today, just like Wu-Tang and stuff like that. So I always put Bone Thugs up in there, and then how they changed the game with their style. They changed the game with their style.
And you
Can
put
nobody? Everybody still try to do their style.
yeah. Are you talking about like this like inspiration or an impact you can?
Yeah, like Migos do it. Eminem. Everybody still kind of
Yeah, yeah.
do the Bone Thug style. Like even to this day, the fast rap with the melodies, with the cadence and stuff. Like it's still a Bone. Even though Bone didn't start the fast rap at first,
Who was first between him and
but
Tech Nine?
huh?
Who I wonder who originated between Tim and Tech Nine. Them and Tech
I
Nine.
think Bone did the melody with it. I don't think even before then, it happened during the 60s and 70s, people doing the fast rap. So fast rap been going on for years before.
But I
But
mean,
they came with the
syllables,
melody.
like it's either like one of them two when it comes to flipping them syllables though, bro. It
I
gotta be
think
Tech.
syllables might have been Tech. Because I think Tech came in 91 too.
Yeah, about to say, yeah. That's why I think that they're close to it. They're close to each other, and then who knows?
Yeah.
Like if like that's when we heard Bone Thugs. We don't. I was a kid to know if
Well,
they
they
had.
said they were doing it. They said they were doing it like in middle school, they was doing it. So how long in the 80s they was probably doing because they
Yeah,
was
yeah. So
singers.
yeah, it's technically probably would have would have been in the 80s.
Yeah, because they was singing. Like they was talking about like Busy Bone. He was singing and then they started doing but the first person to do it was Lazy Bone. Lazy Bone did it and then Crazy Bone took it and did it more with it. And then they kept trying to figure out how much they could fit in one bar. How many words they could fit in a bar. That's why they kept trying to do the fast rap.
Gotcha. Shit, man. Damn, dog. Man, they need to do another season though, man. They
They
definitely
not.
another
I
season.
told you they're gonna do a
It's over.
spin-off. It's
They
gonna be a
should do a
spin-off.
spin-off. It's probably
It's
over.
gonna be a Red Man, Method Man and Red Man spin-off.
They said that.
I think that'll be their best one is a Method Man, either a Method Man, Red Man, or Old Dirty Bastard.
I think that will be that probably be best. I thought Dave East did a really good job as Method Man. Actually, all of them.
Yeah,
He
Dave East
did.
did. He did.
They all did a great job,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
All
I
Dirty
mean,
Bastard.
what's
Y'all
that shit?
played
What's
All
that shit?
Dirty Bastard.
Well, that's his son. That's his son.
Who?
I thought that's
Nah, that
ODB.
No. That's his son. His son tried to do the audition but couldn't get it.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that. I thought that was still him.
Yeah.
Hey, he needs to be his
Good
son, boy.
casting, though.
'Cause
I'll tell you that.
his
Right.
nephew, cousin, something. 'Cause
Right,
he
boy.
down
He
there,
had
more
to,
Old Dirty Bastard.
right.
He played that.
I could see that, but I mean, everybody
They all did. They all did.
different directions because that dude that played Shmeek Moore, he's also voice acting as Spider-Man, and he does.
Yeah, he Miles Morales. Yep.
And then the guy who played RZA, he's a really good actor as well.
Yeah. Shamor Moore, he was in Get Down.
Yep.
He didn't do
Man,
RZA right.
hey, bro, the Get Down was so good, bro. I feel
Hey,
like
they low key. Nobody don't understand. Even
What
Jada Smith
happened
was
with that?
in it.
Yeah. They gotta bring.
Yeah, they only had 2
It
seasons.
was dramatic as hell, bro. Transitioning from disco to hip hop and all that.
Yeah.
Going on.
Yeah, you know, Nas was behind that. He
wrote the pen
that
on the
was him
song.
rapping at the end. Yeah, he wrote all of the music. Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs to-
Grandmaster
somebody
Flash
to
they
talk
showed
to
in
him.
there.
With the crayon,
Yeah.
the breaks with the nah.
Yeah.
Man, you finna make me watch it over.
Yeah.
And those 2 seasons was dope. Well, that last season it was cool, but it wasn't better than the first season. That dude kept crying, "Bling, bling." I was like, man, you gonna shut up?
Annoying.
Yeah.
I got
I was
tired
like, you gonna shut up?
that sting ass
He
label
was
or
too
manager or whatever.
I was ready for them to grow up or something. I thought they was gonna get like grown or something. Especially with the
Bro,
intro.
was the first time they got paid, that nigga said, "Ooh, I make more money than my daddy."
I know. No, that was a good show.
It was a nice cast. Definitely a nice cast.
Yeah, they didn't bring it back, man.
Man,
know.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Man.
Is he?
Now I was gonna say that you talking about
Running
doing
as a
songs with
producer,
some
though.
legends.
You said what?
You said what?
I said I don't think.
No,
I
I
don't
was
think
saying.
go ahead. We got
No,
a
I'm saying
delay.
they did songs with legends too, man. Because you know Method, he did songs with Biggie, he got Mary J.
Yeah, no.
Who else?
Nah, I ain't saying that they had. Of course, they had some legends, but Bone Thugs the only group literally with Tupac, Biggie, Big Pun, Mariah Carey, like legends like that won't hear no more. Like they was the only group. They literally even said that they're the only group that hit all them artists and be in the studio with them.
Yeah.
Well, at least busy
Ain't
being in the
nobody-
studio with them.
Ain't nobody finna be in the studio with Wu-Tang. I'm telling you that right now. Not all 9 members.
Nah, shit. They can't even get along being in the studio with all the shit. All 9 of them can't be in the studio with all 9.
That's
I
what
ain't
I'm
gonna
saying.
lie,
You're not
y'all, man.
scared of that
If
game.
I'm ever
Like, come
famous, bro,
on.
I gotta have Bone Thugs give me a smoke song. I'll put a verse on that bitch. I promise.
Well, hey,
Hey,
they Unit 5 album is cold. Like they Unit 5, I still listen to Art of War. Even the album they got with just two of them together is dope. Like Crazy Busy or it's like Busy and Lazy. They got some dope shit. Like
I like the song they got with on Cuddy's album too.
I ain't hear that. I like the one with them and MGK.
Talk
You
about
heard that one with them and MGK?
I'm
That
about to
shit
check
tight.
that one out.
Yeah.
Because to be
hey,
honest with you,
I got a song with
if you
Wu
think about
Tang.
it, the way Cuddy does his music, it just blend perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah. Wiz
You
Khalifa
hear me?
too.
You hear
They
me,
got
Jay?
something with them.
Yep.
Cuddy's a little too sweet for me these
You hear me,
days.
Jay? I got a song with
He's
Wu
too
Tang.
sweet.
You said you got a what?
Y'all should want to talk about that free
I got a song. I got
that
an actual song with the Wu Tang.
he did that
That's
challenge.
sweet right there.
Nah, Sway
Uh,
had put this competition out where they left Wu Tang song. They left the first verse open, and anybody could have got on there. I did a
yeah.
verse and sent. I don't know if they got mine because I really should have won. Nah, but I sent it in to try to win.
I don't blame you.
I
I
think
don't blame you,
mine was
man.
kind of fire though. But the guys that did win, I watched their interview. They was fire.
Yeah. One of like five of them, like four or five.
This damn internet, man. Internet tripping. Hold on.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. So what all did y'all hear everything I said?
Yeah. I say it was like four or five of them that won, didn't it?
Yeah, it was like five of them. I think four.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was four.
Man, put all of them on the song with them down.
I should upload that song. Nah, I ain't gonna do that.
Get copyright strike to them motherfuckers.
Stop all kinds of copyright. You know, so help me out. Like you ain't on no song with
Right.
us.
You know? You ain't part of the
Blame that.
booth. I don't care if you bought our books.
I promise you they check
Oh
it.
yeah,
I
thanks for all
promise
the
you they
support. I
always
see
check,
all these
bro.
CDs. Oh,
I was hot, bro. I be sitting there. I sit there to be it be songs that was unreleased or just I don't know, man. Them copyright claims get annoying, bro.
Yeah. Tell people to
yeah,
stay
they
away
do.
from that shit.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like
Yeah.
when it come to my turtles, I feel like there has to be a Wu-Tang soundtrack somewhere, man. I feel like they need to have
I'm
some real
surprised
New
it
York
ain't.
shit
If
going
it's
on.
not, it might be somewhere.
I
But
feel
I
like
know
yeah,
RZA gotta like the turtle.
it would
Yeah.
I
only
know he
make
do.
sense. It would only make sense.
I'm
Hey, I
surprised he
ain't
ain't
gonna
got his
lie.
foot in that somewhere.
The first three Ninja Turtle movies soundtrack is cold. I still listen to that shit. Especially the first movie soundtrack. That shit cold. I listen to that shit, the music. Ah man, I love that boy. And
You
like
think?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Power. Teenage boy,
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite boy
Hey,
songs
think about it
ever.
like this, bro. That's when like house music really emerged and became real popular out there.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. And I'm mad though, the dude in the lyrics fucked it up. He called Raphael the leader. I was shitty when he said that. I'm like nigga didn't do his homework.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like song over song track. No, like hell,
Man,
no, but
you know that was MC Hammer's song. That was
that
on.
was
Okay, so if you remember in the first movie when there was like skateboarding in Shredder's little hideout,
yeah.
that's
Oh,
MC
that
Hammer.
was
That's his first hit single.
yeah. Hey, that got me hyped every time I watched that movie too. That at the when it was at the trap house or a little trap spot.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
trap house. It was a trap house.
yeah, that was in the trap house. The trap house. Nigga with the Boosie fade or the kid that played fade or whatever that shit.
Yeah,
Hell
that was
no.
out.
Hey, speaking of Wu Tang, did y'all ever watch it when man? All the stories of when Wu Tang had to run down on artists in the industry and beat them up.
What
Oh
happened?
man, they beat up.
All right,
Man,
so
they
so they
beat up
beat
a
up Joe
few
Bud.
people.
They beat up Joe Budden. Yep.
Damn.
Because Joe Budden used to do all this, like before the podcast stuff. Joe Budden used to put all his business on the internet and everything. Was trying to
Yeah.
do some podcast shit, bro. They literally, dang near like, let me see if I can look it up. Like they really like they came in, punched him in his eye, told him to shut up and apologize, and hemmed up one of his little co-stars way back in the day.
Well, saying Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with, like they said,
Right.
man. I even think they said they stumped out a couple of them stumped out Busta Rhymes. I think they something like
I thought
that.
that was cool with Busta Rhymes.
Nah, they definitely cool with them, but like in the early days, I think Ghostface did something silly.
Damn.
Ghostface, man, wow.
Uh,
Yeah, this one dude
Oh, it was some of his
name.
Busta
This
Rhymes.
dude's name is Meat Hands.
me hands.
Man.
And he part of the Woo?
Yeah, he came. Hold on. Joe Budden fights. That's consequence on the Wu Tang Raekwon punch. Okay, Raekwon punched Joe Budden. All right, here we go.
Raekwon, yeah, I
I'm
know
about to.
it's
I'm
one
about
of
to.
those.
I'm about to put it in here in the what you put the link in here and share
Nigga,
it.
they really started Def Jam Vendetta for real.
Yep. Hold on. I got a call. 1 second, guys.
All right. Yeah, they all had they all spoke highly of Nas too. I know Raekwon did and Ghostface
Oh
did. That's
yeah.
why they had songs with Nas. A few of them did.
Yeah. I think Nas was definitely respected.
Oh yeah, he was highly respected, especially by them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he was younger than them, and he came up like because they was like in their 20s, I think, when they started blowing up. He was
And
like
he was 16,
17,
wasn't he? 16,
yeah,
17.
dropping straight knowledge. They like, man, who is this
Yeah.
kid?
You like he a 5%er?
Man, uh,
That's who they could do a TV series about Nas
yeah, they should.
if they just still doing a New York artist.
Yeah, they definitely should.
Give it a couple of years, I'm sure
But what
50
was
Cent
like?
will
What
be right
I
on
don't know.
there.
Like, was his life?
Will you say SNJ?
I was saying, give it a couple of years, I'm sure 50 Cent, his crew will be right on that production.
Oh yeah, 50 Cent. He
Oh
want to do
man, nah,
all
he
the
need to stop touching that. He don't need to touch. He don't need to touch no documentaries.
Yeah, I think 50 Cent need to leave some of them alone, man, because he be want to put
Right.
too much LGBT stuff in there.
Yeah, he just doing that for the money.
This the video I'm sharing to you. Sharing to us right now. All right, here we go.
Words between Wu-Tang Clan rapper Method Man and Slaughterhouse member Joe Budden. But soon turned ugly when Wu-Tang Clan member Raekwon's crew would physically assault Joe inside the dressing room during his job. Raekwon, a prominent member of the Wu-Tang Clan, was reportedly acting on behalf of Method Man when he delivered the attack on Joe. It was 1998, and Wu-Tang Clan's 1997 album Wu-Tang Forever had been nominated for Best Rap Album, although they ended up missing out on the award as it went to P. Diddy for his 1997 album No Way Out. They were flying high as a group. The unconventional use of dubbed kung fu audio with intermixed samples from classic soul
Oh,
records,
Diddler
the
got
tracks
him.
littered with pop culture
Diddler.
references and their Staten Island slang, taking the listener to
Diddler
a
got
lesser
him.
visited borough of New York. The feeling of 90s New York is forever immortalized in Wu-Tang's debut record, Enter the Wu-Tang Clan, 36 Chambers, which was released in 1993. The album raised the notoriety of not just Wu-Tang as a group, but also helped launch their successive solo rap careers. On the other hand, Slaughterhouse was supposed to be what the game's been missing in 2009, a corrective to a hip hop scene that had grown far less lyrical. But really, there was something to ponder that a group with a history of label politics and a love for
I mean,
rhyming,
they're a cold ass
joined
label
forces
lyrically
to
too, though.
commit the sort
I mean,
of
group.
industry shakedown that none of them could achieve on
Yeah.
their own. That night at the Los Angeles stop on the Rock the Bells tour, Raekwon went in with an American Music Award nomination in his bag as a member of the Wu-Tang Clan. Both Budden and Raekwon performed in New York. Raekwon in Staten Island Park, and Joe Budden with his group Slaughterhouse at the Canal Room. Raekwon was set for the main stage alongside artists like Nas and Damian Marley, Cypress Hill, Mos Def, Ice Cube, and The Roots. Slaughterhouse wasn't set for the main stage, but the
Damn, they
independent
do
hip
got
hop
songs with
stage
Ice
with
Cube too.
RZA, Jizza, Mickey Fax, Slum Village, Evidence, and The Alchemist, and MOP. For the most part, they kept the tension at arm's length, but the battle between them and the larger one from which it stemmed revealed a clash not only of egos, but also of generations. In May of that year, Vibe magazine presented a fan voted online bracket to determine the best rapper ever, the sort of content intended to stir debate. Joe Budden, speaking in a video posted online, made some disparaging comments about Method Man, who was ranked above him, leading to a bunch of conversations in radio interviews and YouTube videos. Months prior to the performance in LA, there was an encounter between Method
He
Man
said
and
he
Joe
wanted to
at James
battle
Beach, Long
all the
Island.
people that
Method
they
Man
put
went
above
to the
him
beach
and
and
said he
saw
was
Joe
better
Budden
than
doing
him.
push-ups there. He was surprised to see him, but Joe Budden came up to him and said something in his ear. So he's trying to say something in my ear, Method Man recalled. I heard a couple of words, but then I see this white boy filming on camera. So now my focus is there. I don't even hear what Joe's saying. I go to snatch the thing out of his hand. Now I know the wolves are hungry because they start pounding on me. Stop, what y'all doing? We're in Long Island. Like every other feud, this one has 2 points of view of what actually happened. The way Method Man remembered it, he'd warned Joe Budden after their conversation that if any other slander were to come about his Wu-Tang brothers, there would be nothing he could do for him. Me and Joe, after that whole thing happened, they disappeared. Smart. Good. You should.
Damn.
I would have done the same stuff. I go to walk back towards the van like, Joe, I want to talk to you. Where are you at? Okay, I'll go over here. We walk over there. We go behind the van. Now, Joe, you don't know this. The whole time you were talking, I was going to snuff you. But the reason why I didn't in that moment was because you said some real stuff. Now, I don't know exactly what it was word for word, but it was definitely something that made me think in that moment. Joe's a very smart dude. Chess, not checkers. Method Man clearly wants us to believe that he didn't want any kind of trouble. He totally acknowledged Joe Budden's talent and authority as an artist. He was not even bothered by Joe claiming that he was better than everyone else on the list published by Vibe. Method Man said at the same time, they thought I had a problem with Joe Budden saying he's better than me. I ain't got no problem. You're supposed to feel that way. My problem was everything after that. I'm like, Joe, I don't F with nobody. Leave me alone. This is me being my introverted self. In the Math Hoffa podcast, Method Man clearly stated that all the things Joe Budden did were unnecessary, saying, it got to a point where I'm talking to him like, you a talented dude. You don't need to go this route with all that dumb stuff. But I'm telling you, after this moment, if there's any more BS, my hands are tied. I think he came from that environment where that's what people did. But it was never taken to a point where somebody.
We're going in as a united front.
YouTube know how to do it, don't they?
My boy.
Somebody. You know how people talk amongst each other and stuff? F you, this and that. In a different kind of setting, though. Fighting words. Period. Joe, like I said, he's just a smart dude, and that stuff could have been so avoided because I spoke to him. Me and him spoke. He knows this. Method Man elaborated that from there, saying he sought to diffuse the situation once and for all, but claimed Joe kept ragging on his Wu-Tang affiliates. I don't know if he acknowledged that stuff now that I think about it. I don't think he did, because later on that day, he did some kind of interview or something like that, or some freestyle or something. He named Inspector Deck and he named Ray. It was at backstage of the venue where Mickey Fax and Joe were in the room doing a video. Now, Raekwon was not involved in this at all, but he sure was involved with his Wu-Tang brothers, and picking up a fight with one of the clan members meant picking up a fight with the entire crew. As Joe Budden kept on making comments about Method Man's position and ability as an artist even after the warning and talk he had with Method Man, Raekwon stormed into the room with 6 tall, big dudes, and he was definitely there to confront Joe and to remind him that he wronged the wrong people. As they spoke, Raekwon wanted Joe to apologize and end the beef between them. But Joe was supposedly being stubborn and tried to justify his words to Raekwon and his people This infuriated Raekwon, and he threw a punch right under Joe Budden's eye. Although Joe kept claiming later on that Raekwon threw his hand and missed, only to hit Joe on the shoulder, but everyone backing the Wu-Tang Clan claimed that Raekwon was a big dude, and it was a hit from him that was enough to injure Joe. Plus, you could see it. Them dudes came in here with a goal.
Yeah, all this
Joe
was
Budden said
video.
during the
Like after he
webcast.
got his ass
The goal
whooped,
was
Joe
to catch
Budden
the
went on the
blonde kid
internet and
slipping
went
and have the
viral, like
big
went like
6'4",
live
300-pound
back in the
dude
day,
punch me in my
man.
eye.
Joe Budden
I
used
guess
to
it makes
be
me
like
look
the most
soft. I don't
hilarious,
really know.
funniest
My
guy
thing is,
on TV.
no comment, man. Maybe the dude watches Joe Budden TV, but I'm all right. I'm safe, still sexy.
I think he's had the
eyes a little
greatest
swollen.
beef
Joe was
career
then
in
seen
hip hop
asking a
history.
friend for some ice before continuing.
Yeah,
Them
to
dudes
get
came
beat
in
up and
like
still
from
be
Staten Island.
successful.
Did they know where we were? I guess in Ray's mind, they were going to come in here, punch me in the face, shake my hand,
He just went. He
force
just
an
went.
apology.
I mean, he went
and
after
then
whoever he
we're
wanted
going
to
to go
compete
off that
with.
and perform and do a
He
show.
he beat
Is that
Saigon
supposed
to
to be
me.
taking place? I'm a little confused by that. Mickey Fax did a web show of his own that Sunday, detailing his account of the incident. We were just chilling. Ray came in on some peaceful stuff at first. He dapped everybody. He dapped Joe. He was dumb peaceful. He took a seat. When he took a seat, everything changed. What happened between Joe Budden and Raekwon was their business, said Chang Weisberg of Guerrilla Union, one of the organizers of Rock the Bells. They definitely did not want anything between them to impact the show and shared their regret that it could have had a negative outcome. In the end, I'm glad that cooler heads prevailed and that they were able to work out their differences and continue their participation with Rock the Bells. We're grateful for their efforts to keep things moving in a positive direction. It could have been very ugly, and I'm proud of their willingness to put their differences aside and handle their business professionally. However, Mickey Fax said the point of contention backstage was that Raekwon was not too pleased with the video clip that he and Joe Budden shot in Boston on July 18th of that year. In the vlog, Joe Budden apologized to Method Man, but warned any of Method Man's affiliates not to speak on his name. After all that heat sort of died down in a podcast held 6 months prior, Joe Budden claimed he was listening to Method Man's account of the situation and he realized some things. Initially, after he heard Method Man talking on the Math Hoffa podcast, he thought Method Man got the timeline of the events wrong. According to Joe, the problem would not have escalated this far if a video of him saying something offensive about the Wu-Tang Clan members' names in it didn't resurface. He said, "That's an old interview, and again, still to this day, yeah, might be to this day, because he just said that he didn't know how the internet worked and stuff. Like, yo, this was done. But this coming out right now don't mean this was done yesterday, right? Yeah, I've had instances like that where something come out on the internet and they just thought it was the last night. Things between them evened out quickly in shows after the feud. Although Deck and Method Man were not officially on the following Rock the Bells bill, it was no surprise when both appeared at Jones Beach to support RZA and Raekwon, who was slated to perform. The clan brought the ruckus, really not the ignorance. They rocked the theater with a catalog of hits and didn't waste time dissing Slaughterhouse. At the end of the performance, Method Man told the crowd no one in the rap game could touch him or his brothers. Can't nobody touch the legacy. Our track record speaks louder than any of them dudes. Between the end of Wu-Tang's set and the beginning of Slaughterhouse, Method Man and Joe Budden were seen walking together in the parking lot. The two took their time quashing the beef. When Slaughterhouse, which includes Royce the 5'9", Joel Ortiz, and Crooked Eye, took the stage, they publicly announced the end of the short-term feud. It will never be a beef with Wu-Tang Clan, Royce said. He then revealed the conversation between Method Man and Joe Budden, saying the situation was squashed.
Yep. Wu-Tang is serious out there.
I wanted with them now, niggas. Like too many motherfuckers you gotta fight. They like the Mexican mobs. They like the Mexicans or
It
hip
ain't
hop.
just artists. It ain't just artists.
Right.
They got regular people. Like,
That's what I'm talking about. Nigga, one artist probably rolling 30 deep. You talking about nine niggas? Yeah.
They got the
You might as
streets
well
on
do it.
lock. You can't say nothing about them. You don't know
Right.
who with Wu-Tang.
Right.
Random dude
They
that's
got
with
Wu
them might not.
quarters. They got Wu quarters in
Right.
every state, man.
Boy,
That's what I'm
nigga,
saying,
they
they too deep, man.
boy,
I'm not messing with them.
Y'all remember
nigga,
when,
they the John Wick of this motherfucker. They the John Wick, nigga.
Man,
They got the Continental. They got the Continental. Right. They got Continental.
you remember when
Assassin.
Ghostface went after Action Bronson fat ass?
Oh yeah. People better learn to leave them OGs alone, boy. Them real killers.
That man came in bumping Al Green and just got the roasted his ass.
Yeah. You gotta leave them boys alone, man. Let them perform in peace.
That's all they want.
Yeah, give them their respect. Well,
For real.
I wonder
Cause
what's
they
gonna be
really
the next
they
hip
don't
hop
really
show.
mess.
Nah, they show love to everybody. They what I'm hearing from the interviews, they love everybody. They just talk about Drake and them, how they love respect them. They talk about everybody. I don't think they never because everybody mostly do a song about them or Wu Tang to show homage and tribute. So nobody really go after them unless it's like a real person or you just try to do it for clout or something.
Man, I'm mad I ain't go. I ain't see them when they was on tour with Nas. Man, I should have went to one of them. Man,
Yeah, yeah,
that
it
would
was
have
big
been
though.
something.
Man, I feel bad about I missed all kind of concerts. I haven't seen Snoop perform yet. I've had opportunity to
Mm.
see him too. Nas, hell, I missed last year. I missed the West Coast joint with Snoop, Ice Cube, E40, and Too Short.
Yeah. I only been to one concert my whole life. That was a screen tour.
Oh
I ain't
Bow
wow.
Wow,
never
and I
been.
was like, damn, I was like 11 or 12 years old. I ain't go to one ever since. I gave my ex girlfriend that Bow Wow shirt. That was it.
I've been to a couple, man. Some artists don't really perform that well. You know, it sounds
Uh,
better on the track than it do live.
yeah. Well, it's all about the equipment, the system they use. Like, because I be watching like the before they get on stage. Like, sometimes the equipment go down, the mics mess up, the freaking audio, that amp, something. I would, even though they spent thousands of dollars or hours to set up, sometimes something always go wrong. That's why I think they play the music in the back with their mics. Like you know how some people complain, why are they performing with the songs in the back because they don't know if the mic's gonna go out. They don't know if the mics is trash.
It's
You
not
don't
they
know what's back there.
tour either. They may not have, you know what I mean, they stuff synced up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you gambling. You gambling, especially you in a whole different city. It's not in your city or the people that you working with, like the promoters. You don't know them like that probably, and how they have your set, and you got set up and everything.
I'll do the main act either.
Yup.
Cause
It's really
I
bad when they made that.
yeah, I was about to say I witnessed that. I noticed. I went to a Wiz concert. I felt like Mac Miller's audio was messed up. Kendrick Lamar before he was big.
Mm,
I don't think he could perform that well because when you rap, a lot of these rappers that rap fast, it ain't easy to do that when you perform.
yeah.
you need
Like
a
people,
split
whoa.
star like Busta Rhymes do to be up there going back and forth on the stage rapping fast.
Yeah, and me, I got asthma, man. I can't be. I be trying to perform like without the verse behind it. Man, my asthma, boy. Especially you moving, like the more. That's why they said like it's hard to dance and rap or perform at the same time. Like you doing all that, you gonna go out of
Man,
breath. You gonna
moving too.
tire,
I said you be doing
boy.
a lot of moving too, so I don't see
Yeah,
how
like you doing a lot,
We gotta respect Beyonce.
boy.
We gotta respect Beyonce for that because she'll go into a whole quartet and hop right back on the mic and actually sing her songs.
Yes, I don't know fuck that. There's only a few that can really do. Like they get like months to prepare too. They get like countless of time before they tour just to have everything down. Before artists like us, like an independent, we probably got a week, couple of weeks, maybe at that, or a couple of hours, and then we praying that everything goes right. We don't got our own DJ or our own everything. Yeah, so but yeah, it's definitely hard work. Like them Chris Brown people and all that Marion.
man, they said Wu-Tang said they had a performance one time. I want to say it was in Chicago. They said they ain't getting no. They used to. They hardly ever got love in the Midwest back in their early days, and they said they had uh, was getting booed. They started throwing shit on the stage. I think it
Yeah,
was like a Heineken bottle landed by RZA, he threw that boy back in the crowd. And they had to run after that. They got chased out of there.
I don't know about Indiana. I don't think
They
Indiana
got
would do
chased
that,
out of there.
but Chicago, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Nah, yeah,
Midwest, like
Indiana probably would.
nah.
Chicago definitely, they definitely about that.
Michigan, probably
He said,
Detroit.
and they got paid. They got paid with a counterfeit $100 bill.
Yeah, I heard. Boy,
I would have
boy,
been
and probably
pissed. Like, man, hold on. What we gonna do with
and
this
a hundred
fake money?
dollars $100 was a lot back then. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
Like shit.
it's a lot, but for a nine-member split, that ain't nothing.
I
And your
mean,
team,
shit, yeah.
and
Yeah,
your
he
team
could have gave
doing
you a
well.
sandwich or something, boy. Would have gave you something to nothing. Shit. Now you ass out,
You
boy.
better
Everybody ass out.
throw that boy in the
Shit.
gas tank. I can't do nothing with that.
Uh, shit. They probably only needed like $3 or $5 probably for that gas.
Man, they said them days, man, them splits was terrible. They wasn't getting paid for real. And when they was, it wasn't nothing. They had to split 9 ways. Like, man, I
They
was,
do something
wow.
legendary. It's a sacrifice, boy.
Raekwon
Shit.
was
And
like,
then,
man, we would make dang, I forgot how he said it, but like the money they was making, he's like, man, I could have made that on the block in an hour. I wasn't making no money for real at first. I was like, dang,
right. I mean, I'm telling you, the
how
advance
long
they
your
is
mindset gotta be though to like, look, man, I know we ain't making nothing right now, but the bigger picture is down the line, we're gonna be straight. We ain't gotta look over our
right.
shoulders anymore. I know you can go out there in 2 hours and make $5,000-6,000, couple hours, but you gonna have to
It's
chill.
not safe. Yeah, it's not safe. Well, you
Hey,
want to risk? You want to risk your freedom, or you get
I think
this
we ever
slow
gonna
money?
be able to hear that album that Scarelli had bought from Wu-Tang that's in that museum.
Man, that's some bullshit,
Nah,
right?
Bro.
That's some bullshit. They all mad about it. Even they didn't even hear the album. He said they stole verses basically
He got
from
Tupac. Dude bought some Tupac songs too.
that's crazy.
He bought Tupac. He bought a lot of Tupac songs. He had the Wu-Tang album, and then he bought Lil Wayne's Bugatti that had the original Carter 5 on it in the in,
damn.
in the CD player. And
How
that's
is this
why the
guy
Carter
buying
5
all that? Like, who is like? How is he buying all that stuff?
What do you mean?
How you
How
letting him
he
get
got
away?
he got in trouble for raising the price of HIV medicine.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that boy had money.
Ghostface was mad, calling him a devil and everything.
He said we ain't even heard this shit yet.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody gonna hear it. Nobody gonna hear it. They ain't hear it. They didn't even agree to it.
We need a nerd somewhere. We need a hacker.
To hack that shit. We need motherfucker to
Man, I'm
hack
trying to hear that.
that laptop.
You feel me? We need something,
I'm trying
man.
to hear that.
It's probably
And
it's probably the best album they ever dropped. It's probably the best shit
Bro,
they ever
didn't they
dropped.
have like a glass, like a whole like golden little briefcase box?
yeah, like a golden
Yeah.
case. Man, I need
Would
to
have been
break into
disappointment though. That'd be
it.
messed
Probably
up.
Oh,
Would have chopped up little verses that I haven't done yet.
that's
Shit ain't
probably
even completed.
unmastered, dog.
Nigga, unmixed, master raw.
That's what them No Limit albums sound like. No
Yeah,
mix,
boy,
no
boy, double, triple layer, none done. Oh hell no, boy.
I was gonna
The
be like,
stacks on stacks.
go ahead, throw that dope feed Willie. I'd be like, bro,
Right.
man.
This is not it, masterpiece. And he's my cousin. I can't even lie. The whole battle, somebody asked me because he found out he was my cousin. He was like, "You got Cash Money or No Limit?" I said, "Cash Money." If we talking business, I got No Limit. But we talking talent, nigga, I'm going Cash Money. Like you like that's the only two I can, change. Well, I'm going with talent, nigga. Shit, Wayne just, and then you got Drake and Nicki. It's over after that. Like nothing. No Limit roster got shit, and then Cash Money even had Bow Wow. So you want to do Bow Wow versus Romeo? You definitely losing that. So what we doing? They had Busta Rhymes, nigga at a point in time. They had Yo Gotti. They had shit. Damn near everybody.
Don't forget about Starlito when he was All Star.
Yep. So yeah, boy.
That reminds me. Who was it? Raekwon. I think Raekwon said, was it Raekwon or Ghost? One of them two said that Titty Boy, 2 Chainz, when he was still Titty
Yeah.
Boy, was their weed man.
I bet I can see that.
He was everybody weed man apparently.
He had that
Yeah.
bag.
I heard a few people say that about Teddy Boy, that he was a lot of people's weed man. Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's how he got his money up to change his right. I mean Atlanta, shit. Yeah, that's what that was getting that good weed in Atlanta.
He's
in Houston and shit. Yeah, you go there in Houston, probably.
He's riding
Man,
around.
what was Ludacris thinking by not using Titty Boy?
He did, but players. I don't think artists don't always know which artist gonna blow up.
Yeah. All right,
You know what I mean? And then they didn't sell.
He was trying to put on his homies. Luda was trying to put on his homies. He should have been fucking with Titty Boy, but he gave us I-20. You feel me?
Yeah. He tried to give a shawty. Was it Shantae or whatever her name? Shonda. He tried to give us that, but
I mean, Shonda dope. Shonda can spit though.
Right. But shit, she only dropped one album, I think, out of the whole thing. Like all the other artists he had on Disturb the Peace didn't really drop like that besides him. You the only one saving that shit.
And this man started off as a DJ.
Who? Ludacris. Now he'll be a good strayer too, because he started as a you said DJ. He was like 14, 15.
Something like that.
And then he worked. Yeah. Then he worked up. Then he started selling CDs in the back of his car, like National Key and them.
Yeah.
He'd be a dope story too, because he don't get the credit like he deserves as a spitter, as a lyricist.
Nah, he don't, because he was snapping back in the day. He still snap.
Right. He be having some of the best features. Like you listen to him when he hop on those feature songs, like he be going in on some of them, having some of the best verses. Yeah, I'll put him with the Busta Rhymes.
The car remix.
Huh?
The Usher, you don't have the car remix that got Ludacris on.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even hear that one.
Yeah, it's on
killed
YouTube.
that. He killed that joint.
It's fire.
Yeah, he killed that.
It is. All right. The first time I heard the name was probably that I thought was Usher.
I like the Ludacris run.
Yeah, Ludacris had a good run. And him and T.I. was going at it. That was fun.
I feel like
T.I. going at it.
Young Buck set up T.I., man.
Huh?
I said Young Buck set up T.I.
Yeah, that was damn near cheating. That was Ludacris heard that shit like, oh yeah, let me hop on that. And he killed him. Hey, but T.I. started it though. T.I. did start with the he said me get beat down. That's Ludacris. He should have cleared that up quick.
Yeah.
So Luda wasn't no fool. He'll come back with bars. So he came straight back on this and with him on it. That's what more disrespectful. He's like, you own the song.
Then he's like, just in case if you was saying my name, please say
right.
T.I.P. of my dear.
Oh my dear. Got to get that ass song. Who the boss? And then they kept going back for a minute. Then they start collaborating. I'ma break them off. Yeah. I remember watching them beef DVDs and shit.
Yeah.
Dang, I forgot about them DVDs.
It's like three. It's like 3 volumes, boy.
Man,
remember the game, 50 Cent.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, like that's one of the best hip hop beefs, and it actually turned in some real street shit too.
What 50 and the game? Yeah, it's so quick though. It happened so quick. Yeah. It was so quick though. It was like this nigga was literally signed to you, and then after dropping 1 or 2 albums, that game documentary was hard. Yeah. After that, he just left G Unit.
Literally, like probably a week or two before the 50 Cent G Unit video game came out, they just like name and voice off as a character and dissed him on the video.
Yeah. When he in the game on the first game,
they dissed him. They dissed him and took him off before the game came out, bro. Because they had, bruh, man, because I was a 50 Cent fan.
Hey, 50, man, like that's the wrong. You don't want to beef with 50, man.
Yeah, but nah, I thought Game was worthy because really he did that GU not and all that. He had a run to go get 50. Especially,
hey, he the only one that got 50 together, if you ask me.
Right, that's what be from a real gangster like Blood, like you're real Blood and all that, and he damn near could have 1-on-1 50. You know, so that would have been a good 1-on-1. You feel me? But politics had it, and then with 50, he's with Aftermath. They wasn't gonna let him lose. You with Dr. Dre, Eminem, they not about to let you lose. The game didn't have nobody after that. Like who was with?
Minister Farrakhan set them down, bro. He wasn't even gonna let it get crazy like that.
Yeah,
but you got Clint. It would have turned into East to West Coast that quick.
Yep, it would have went back. Yep, Blood versus them. Boy, it would have been crazy. It would have been bad. But like I was saying, like they labels, like the whole thing, they wasn't going. Nah, 50 is essentially too important. They made them so much money. We can't lose you 50. Like you might want to let's calm this down before it gets way worse than we want.
I mean, hey, people can try and make fun of Game they want to. All of Game albums are dope. I ain't heard a Game album yet.
And he can spit.
Yeah,
like he ain't no whack rapper. You really hear him diss or just him like rapping. Like he can go at some
albums too.
Yeah. I never looked at the Game as a whack rapper or somebody that can't hold his own in a diss or beat. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like that's like for a street rapper and shit. Like him, Jeezy. I put them in the same like boat. Damn near.
I'm still waiting, Rick Ross. I'm still waiting on you to respond to Game. Got
he can't. What he can't? What you gonna respond to, Ricky? Officer Ricky, what you gonna respond to? What you gonna do?
Man, just be
send him a warrant.
He's sitting there trying to ignore Game or whatever.
Right. He gonna send him his papers. Talk about you gonna be house arrest. He gonna be like, nigga, we're gonna send you to court. Like, man, Rick Ross can't say nothing. You saw a whole man identity. Like, you can't talk about Drake or nobody. You saw a whole man's identity that everybody knows. Like, how you gonna talk about Drake and you saw a whole man's identity?
Man,
and the dude tried to sue you, couldn't sue you because you got the trademark.
I was eating off of all them diss songs, and then I started getting hit with the copyright claims on all my Drake videos. I was high.
You was?
Yeah, because they didn't report them. Like, all the distance was like immediate, so they literally were without registering their music. So I'm like, they're never gonna register it, so I'm good.
Yeah. No, you should have known that, boy. They get millions of views. They registering that stuff. They try to get all that money. That was just a money play. You know that? I think that was a money play. They all making millions off that. Now niggas taking vacations and stuff. Kendrick still didn't drop an album yet. Everybody chilling. Drake just went on vacation. Kendrick didn't drop the album that was supposedly come out. They just ate off that.
They ain't gonna take over the summer.
Boy, J. Cole chilling on the beach.
I don't like J. Cole no more.
Who that right there? Can't even see it.
You can't even recognize yourself. You can't even recognize yourself. Where's that J. Cole at? Where that at?
My boy J. Cole, you tripping, man.
You have been catching strains the whole beef. That nigga have been catching. Boy, that nigga.
With us talking abilities and actual skill, I think J. Cole is better than Kendrick.
Yes, he's better. He's
better than Kendrick.
That's why I think people are disappointed. People are disappointed because they know.
I understood. Gave up his whole shot, bro.
Really, J. Cole should have stayed in because it should have been 2 versus 7 on them people. It should have been Drake and J. Cole versus all them. They could have easily got knocked them all out. Because J. Cole could have went against Kendrick with Drake. Drake could have knocked out the other non-named, non-relevant artists, and it would have been cool. J. Cole could have put himself as the number one if he wanted
No,
to.
no. J. Cole likes to ride his bicycle with Crocs on, with no hammer in his pocket,
Hey,
nothing.
Hey,
you want to be free,
hey,
man.
J.
You don't want to be able to
J.
look over his shoulder or hire, spend no money on no bodyguard or nothing. He want to be able to ride his bike.
Man, nobody was
He
gonna
the
come
only,
after J. Cole.
Oh yes,
he
they
the
was.
only rapper that can ride his bike
I
and
swear,
not
No,
worry about it.
real. Notice
you said what?
when he did look when J. Cole did his apology, guess who was on tour who performed right before him?
Who?
Schoolboy Q. Guess who Schoolboy
Oh,
Q
whoa.
was signed to?
So you think they would have squad? You think they would have bumped if they would?
I think Schoolboy Q had a little sit down with him. He was like, "Look, I hope you know, fam. I'm with fam over here, and if you ain't about to be on
Uh,
your shit, I'm not about to be going on no tour with you, dissing the clique and the homies." He was like, "What do I do? Get your ass
nigga,
out there
what?
and fucking apologize to
Man,
everybody."
I would have said F him. I got Drake. What you mean? I put Drake on your.
That's music. But you see, there's verbal beef. But then when you
Yeah,
with a gangbanger, if you disrespect him or they lose, he don't lose. His hood loses when he loses.
yeah,
You
right.
know,
But still, though, like that makes you him a coward. Like that, basically, you just let everybody down. You feel me? Like you ain't better help your man that helped you get on. Both he helped both of y'all get on, but you ain't jump in to help him out. Who he's getting jumped. Your homie's getting
so the
jumped.
real, I listen to a lot more Jordan Lucas now since we just gonna be mentioning niggas.
Who Jordan Lucas?
Yeah, I
Oh
listen
yeah,
way
I've been
more
listening
Jordan
to him
Lucas
too.
now. So J.
Was
Cole,
Hey,
J. Cole's down
he
here.
snapped
I
though.
moved up Jordan Lucas,
yeah,
and
okay.
I keep going.
Hey, remember we had that conversation on your YouTube? I already told you my two. I don't give a fuck about none of you know what I'm saying too. Somebody reach that level or go against them. I don't care about none of these three, four, whatever the mainstream puppet lyrical rapper they got. My two is Lupe and King Los. So somebody battles them or come after them. Those two are my top two right now.
I think lyrically, the only person I think that can mess with Lupe will probably be him.
Who?
Eminem.
Eminem?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think
But I think only in with songs and stuff because I used to give King Los that, but King Los don't make albums. If King Los made albums like a Lupe or Eminem, I would give King Los that because I hear him on mixtapes. He makes great songs. He makes personal songs. He makes empowerment, black power, acknowledgement, talk about the struggles and all that. But he doesn't make albums. He's more of a mixtape freestyle. I'm gonna beat you with talent and that. He doesn't make a whole song. That's why I give Lupe over him only because Lupe make a body of work and art. Lupe makes it fun for me as an artist to think deeper than the actual just words, the main words. Like it's always a deeper meaning. You ever listen to that song Morel by Lupe?
what's on more what
Morel, Mural,
was it a single?
Morel.
Was it
It's a,
was it
it's
off
a,
the album?
it's off the album Tattoo
Mural.
of You on Mural. My bad. I'm sorry. Misspoke it. But off of
I did,
Tattoo for You.
but I haven't listened to it like since around the time it came out.
Yeah. So if you break down, that's type of artist that I love. Like it's layers to their lyrics. I'm like how we listen to Eminem and stuff,
Mm.
but multiple layers, multiple meanings, and he makes it fun to digest where you can
Mm.
damn, what he mean by this? Damn, he meant this. Damn, he used this word multiple times for this. Like how he broke that down just off that one song. I ain't never heard that one artist do something like Morel or how you ever say Moral.
I'm not debating with you at all with that. That's
No,
all.
no, I'm not trying to debate, but
Yeah.
me as an artist lover, that's what made me tap into when I write now. I try to expand my mind when I write and brain and not just be like surface layer. like how you could take certain words or concepts and just do so much fun stuff. Like he just released a song called Samurai that you just pushed out,
Hmm.
and he took Amy Winehouse idea of being a samurai. Well, I was telling you, she had an interview talk about how she had a dream that she was going to be a battle rapper and all that before she died and stuff like in the opera, or she wanted to be a rapper that was a samurai, and he took that idea and made a song about it. I was like, those type of stuff that I like about an artist.
I think it's I was going to say I think he's one of the he's on the list of creative artists and
Like
and
a daylight.
but now that's one of the reasons why I don't I wouldn't say I hate, but the reason why I don't give Kendrick Lamar as much credit is because I've seen millions of the Kendrick Lamars that don't get the light, they don't get a chance to even
Yeah,
radio. And
yeah, yeah,
I don't think Kendrick has shown me he could do anything as good as Lupe Fiasco to me.
yeah. Me too. I just
But,
think
but
he's the modern Lupe.
yeah,
Basically, what Lupe didn't want to do back then, they needed somebody else to do that, and
but
Kendrick's that person. Kendrick is that more.
Lupe went up against the Atlantic Records.
Yes, and they
So
didn't like that. They didn't like he was against it. They didn't
that's
like that
what
he.
he was doing.
Yeah, so they needed somebody else. So they picked Kendrick to be with Aftermath, and he was gonna take on that new mantle. That's why even when you had a Lupe talk about it, he don't like really talking about it because he knows he supposed to be the new version of him, and that anything he says is gonna shut him down even more, type of thing. But what I'm saying, that's all part of the industry and who they want to push and things like that. But there's a lot of artists that's dope, just like you saying, Kendrick and all these other rappers and stuff. They just don't get the recognition. Hell, I even put a Hobson in there too, in his own way. It's just
Mhm.
Hobson just more angry. You know what I'm saying? Hobson, he just seems like he just got that one emotion and just stays with it. But he actually dope where you listen to what he's saying. He just feel like he only gets hard when he taps into that being angry and attacking somebody. When some people can.
Did he? I think he got signed to Strange with Tech Nine.
Hobson way too emotional, man.
Yeah. But
But
he's that Eminem catalog. He's
yeah,
he's the black Eminem.
you're about to say he's really one of Eminem's kids. That's what I call it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Him
And
and Jordan Lucas.
listen to Kendrick, Eminem kid. Jordan Lucas is an
Yeah,
Eminem kid.
yeah. Logic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, that's like that's dang near like a lost relative.
Right. You know what I mean? They all mimic it, and they say it though, so I appreciate them saying it. They all like that's my favorite rapper. That's who I look up to.
I would say that's probably his niche and his stamp that he put into hip hop. We didn't really see that much vulnerability other than towards a woman in hip hop. I think Eminem came off with like emotions and depression.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It was mostly boasting and bragging. The only time a nigga got sad was when a nigga got cheated on or he couldn't get the
Yeah.
girl in hip hop.
You know what worked with Eminem that people don't really talk about is really with white people is the fact he talked about his mother. And people at that time in the '90s, I think white kids didn't like their mamas. Like you think them outlaw white kids, the white kids
His
that was
mom was a
blonde
little
hair,
different.
gothic. We don't know. That's just his side of the story. We don't. I'm hearing different stories from. I got receipts on Eminem, so we ain't gonna go to that. Like, but the whole thing is like he came up in a time where white kids was being outlawed and going depressed and doing all this stuff. So he came at the right time for them to push him and the music he was making was towards white kids. You think about it, Dear Mama and all that and stuff like
Trailer,
that was
it's
towards white kids.
trailer park stories.
Exactly, and it's a lot. You think it's more white kids. He hit the perfect time, but what it made so dope,
You ask
he
than
can,
anybody.
yeah, and then you think about it, he got the co-sign for Dr. Dre, that's a black dude, and he's a dope rapper. So he gets both. You know what I'm saying? With black artists, it's hard. With black artists, hard to get sometimes white fans because sometimes I think white fans look at it. How can I relate if you only talk about bitches, money, and certain things?
I disagree with you there. I think the label is
Where
trying to promote an ignorant nigga and not no smart.
no, They do want to.
Because I've seen the label completely shift the way people think about how people dress, where they
Yeah,
clothes, and how they spend their money.
right. So why you think they only do that with the black artists though?
Yeah, I agree with
Original,
Darrell. Because
Riley,
imagine a white guy just going like, "Yeah, like, bro, how am I supposed to relate to this album? Like, this album is ass,
Yeah,
bro. Like, I can't listen to it.
right.
It's like, ugh."
White white kids. What,
for one, majority of the black artists are influencing and confused. They're confusing everybody, but the people that gravitated the most are those white suburban kids. They look, they listen. I'm in Indy, and I've been up
yeah,
north. I've been up north for a long
yeah,
time. I've been on a whole bunch of suburban kids.
yeah,
They listen a little bit Eminem, but they really listen to Gucci. They really listen to Boosie. Soon
yeah.
as they gravitate to whatever they see niggas do, and they
Right, but
want
they are always gonna put Eminem first. So
yeah,
you can even ask them artists, they still gonna put Eminem first. Like you would
mhm.
think they'll listen to some Gucci and all that, but really who they gonna feel the most is the Eminem.
Okay. I mean, I could see the relativeness. I
You know
mean,
what I'm saying? Because I think
I'm gonna listen to the I'm gonna definitely relate to whatever the first black or only black guy that's
right.
in whatever's going
Right.
on.
Right, but you gotta think also too, like white. I think white listeners they look at it like a diary. You feel me? Like they look at it as somebody they can absorb and make them feel great. Black people, we project of what we going through. Like a lot of time in music, say we come from the hood, we come from the street, we come from this and like that. So I think when it comes to other people listening to black music, they looking at, well, I don't know if I can really. I might live in the trailer park, but I can't really relate to this hood stuff. Y'all talk about game banging, and y'all just want to fuck hoes and just get money. So sometimes it can turn off their ears a little bit, as opposed of trying to understand you as an artist, trying to
It connected.
understand.
Yeah, it connected. It definitely
Yeah,
connected.
yeah, and connect. So that's why they'll always put like Eminem over any other art, no matter how dope skilled they are, no matter how versatile they can be, they'll put because of how it makes them feel and the what I want to say, like they feel that artist, they can feel it Eminem, they can feel what he's going through, they can
You know what
relate
confuses
and
the hell out
relate.
of me? How do motherfuckers feel Lil Durk? How do motherfuckers feel King Von? And they ain't even
Speaking of
get
hood niggas, you down there, you can go to any
that
hood
ain't
thing.
feel nothing. That be feeling that shit.
Right, right. But I think because it's fun, you got to think too. It's fun. Like you just listen to the beat. It's fun. If you just listen, they making it sound fun, even though it might not be something like they know about. It's fun. Like you can
A
listen
little
to it
Mary
in
Jane and some motion and some of that motion
right,
post will make you
right,
jam to that and think it's the best thing ever.
yeah. Like it was an NBA boy, you like young NBA boy, or whatever. He makes that fun. Or was it MP? Was it Chopper? What's his name?
If we're talking conspiracies and agendas, let's just be honest. Black folks is look. Black folks has always been the face of making violence cool. And if I'm wrong, maybe just being an American means making violence cool.
How far back would you say?
Shit. You talking about as far as music or period?
Period.
What do you want to
Well,
go
Danner,
to?
you can say Rock and Rock was doing that too.
You want to go all the way back to slavery times and Mandingo warriors? What you want to talk about? Jack Johnson and boxing? Um,
Like
uh,
what's the biggest example that you could think of? Period, in which that was the case.
where like violence was like not with the perception of violence trying to make it seem more entertaining than actually being traumatic or
Yeah,
harmful.
like where it's being promoted,
I
like as
mean,
if it's entertaining.
cartoons had done it. Are you talking about with black people?
Yeah, with black people.
Shoot, hip hop. Let's go.
Or I guess maybe that terrible Good Times reboot on Netflix.
Are you talking about as of
But
recent?
that
Okay,
was
yeah,
made by a
yeah, yeah,
white
yeah,
man
yeah,
though.
yeah. Okay, yeah. I mean, you got. I mean, bro, there's so many examples. I'm trying to pick out one. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, there's so many examples where violence is like. Think about it. We get excited
Yeah,
about killing somebody. Like in music, like there's a plethora of artists that did that, like from the age of time.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
And hip hop, you gotta think Ice-T and them started it off.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
Ice-T, then NWA and them started it, or really Ice-T started it and then
Spice One,
transitioned to other.
Spice One, MC8, all
Mhm.
them guys. Yeah, that true, that real, that gangster hip hop.
Mhm.
I definitely was in artist. Hopefully, we get
But you
some.
can definitely tell how different they treat, like, promote our artists with theirs, but it is, I don't know. It's a lot.
But you know what? Okay, okay. I got something to throw in there. At the
But
end of the day, it's all promoting sin, no matter what the ethnicity is. Because Eminem's music has probably killed just as many people as hip hop has killed.
mhm. And it's early age, but that's why they had to put him in rehab to
I
change
think
that.
he put
Once
himself
they
through
knew
rehab.
all the numbers,
He'll be talking
huh?
that reckless shit.
He
Yeah,
don't
he
talk like
did.
that. He raps
One
hard,
album,
but he's not.
recovery was
He
king.
ain't talking drug. He ain't that Marshall Math. He ain't that LP Marshall Math. Like way before, he was on that ICP Slipknot. He was on that ICP when he was beefing with Insane Clown Posse. He ain't doing that type of rap no more because I think he knew what he was doing to his own community. So when they went to now he's rapping, but he just spitting bars where people know he's showing his lyricism and style and all that. It's not to make anybody or to think that he's gonna do drugs or he's gonna wild out and then anything like that. He's more calm now.
Bruh,
He's more cool.
he got a Godzilla song with Juice where he's talking about he's trying to promote downing a whole bunch of vodka and going crazy Godzilla on people. He got a
Oh,
song. He got a Venom song where he's got little kids finally getting fed up and taking their rage out and getting revenge on people in the world.
I ain't even see that. So my damn, I ain't
Yeah.
know.
So like,
Yeah, my bad.
like I'm about to
Yeah, my bad.
look
Yeah,
like
I
unless
haven't listened to him in a long time, so I haven't listened to him in a long time, so maybe
yeah.
misspoken.
Are you good?
I stopped listening to him since Rap God.
Yeah,
I didn't like that Marshall Mathers LP too. He had too much. He had too many high expectations that he couldn't meet to sit there and do a
my
Marshall Mathers
He should have
LP.
just did a. He should
No,
have just got with Royce the 5'9" and did a Bad Meets Evil hell the sequel too.
that's exactly what he should have done.
That's what he should
right
have did.
now, Royce can't come outside. Right now, Royce can't come outside. He's on
What happened?
punishment.
What
Yeah,
happened?
you didn't see you that beat down he got by Lupe and Mickey Facts. He ain't
Yeah,
coming
you saw
outside.
how black
Oh,
and
he got
blue
beat
his
up.
eyes were looking.
No, I haven't seen that, but he got no battle rap. Like he was talking that
Oh,
greasy stuff online, and
I
they
didn't
had to
know
put
they
them
went
hands
back and
on him.
forth. Oh, I didn't know they
You
went
ain't
back.
know that? It's a couple
No,
years ago. You missed, bro. You better go back. Mickey Facts put a hurting on him
Mickey
and Lupe.
Mickey Fax is nice, bro.
That's the first time I heard of Mickey Facts. I honestly ain't gonna lie, and he went at
Ain't
Royce
nobody help Royce.
disrespectfully.
Like Crooked Eye didn't help Royce.
No, they
Him
act
didn't
like
help
it was
Royce
going
the 5'9".
well. No, because they got mad at them. Royce and Joe Budden got mad at Ortiz and Crook.
Yeah.
He got mad at them over their name and shit, over some petty stuff. But before that, that's when Royce got jumped by Lupe and
Lupe
Mickey.
was trying to join Slaughterhouse. As soon as Joe got out, Lupe was like, "Let me
Yeah,
join Slaughterhouse."
he was playing. You know how
Royce the
Lupe
five
be.
nine like 46. How you getting jumped at
Yeah.
46?
Hey, he was talking crazy though.
You're talking
You
about
heard that
rap
live though,
like Joe.
SAJ? SAJ, did
Yeah,
you hear that live? You heard
yeah,
the whole
yeah.
thing?
I do.
Boy, hey, he started though. He called Lupe a bitch, and that was over. And then he
Yeah, he went
attacked,
in his mouth. He
and
definitely
then
shouldn't have went in
yeah,
his mouth.
Royce and Joe Button jumped Mickey on live talking about you on Lupe, blah blah blah. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing. You the weak link. You ain't Mickey. You talking crazy to Mickey Facts. Mickey Facts are all right. They both went in the booth, destroyed him.
Man,
I got
I
it.
He
wonder
ain't
what
come
I
back
wonder if
since.
he actually showed up. He was like, "Oh wait, hold up, man. I was just playing."
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie
and
though.
then
Like,
he tried to act like a victim.
no, West of Five Nine dropped the album like a year ago.
Bruh, he act like a victim, bro. He was on live talking about why y'all jump me. He like, bro, why y'all go at me like that, bro? Like,
Yeah,
man, he was crying, bro. He was crying on live.
He was
I was about to
crying.
I was about to say
He was,
dirty, but I mean, look, I ain't gonna lie. Everybody that we're naming right now can spit.
Yeah, Royce
yes.
the Five
They kick,
Nine.
they
Get
kick
him with
Royce.
him and
I
him
haven't
like
listened
going
to it, but if
contested.
they kick Royce,
Hey,
they kick Royce's ass. But you got to be really fucking good to kick Royce's ass on the track.
hey, they one lined him each. He didn't
Mm,
even get a second round.
mm.
That's how bad it was, bro. Listen to the track. They one round him each, and
Oh,
he couldn't respond. He cried on live talking about why y'all doing this to me. Right now, Royce can't speak. He on house arrest. He on punishment. He ain't locked up for a while till he can redeem himself. I don't think he can redeem himself right now, unless he just a whole album just nuclear them on niggas. I don't know what he gonna do. He took a whole couple years to man, bro. It's over.
mm. I wonder if that was during the time frame he was still drinking, because Royce just
No,
okay. Was
no,
he?
he supposed to be on this peaceful shit. He supposed to be on this
I thought he stopped.
uh
I thought he stopped drinking and was on his peaceful shit. Was that during that time?
yeah.
That was after he did.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
that's this what we was talking about, and he was talking to Lupe because remember him and Lupe got a podcast together, or I don't know if you knew they had a podcast, and they was talking about best rappers, the criteria and all that, and Lupe says, was it MRL? Somebody is the best rapper. Royce got was saying I'm the best, or I don't know if he said he was the best rapper or something like that, and Lupe said, well, shit, that's all rap then. Everybody here tries to claim they the best. That's just rap. That's go to the battle, rap, whatever, and just back and rap, freestyle, acapella. Royce was try like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. I don't have to do that. Boom, 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 my boom. I'm this nice. Boom, I don't have to do that. And he basically tried to act God in front of them. Lupe was like, well, shit, fuck you. Lupe freestyle, dropped the song freestyle. Royce and then was talking about it, whatever, and Lupe gets on live, half naked or naked or whatever, and they and him and Royce go back and forth talking about whatever, and then Royce called him a bitch. Lupe hung up the phone, did a whole freestyle song, Then Royce does a freestyle, I guess, talking about Mickey and Lupe. Lupe comes back with a diss directly at Royce. Then Mickey gets on the live with Royce and Joe. They jump Mickey talking trash about him. Then Mickey dropped the song about Royce, and it basically is a
It was
whole little
been
diss.
like 5 or 6 years ago, because Joe been retired
No,
for a minute.
it it was 3 years ago. No, no, Joe was just on the live. Joe
Oh,
was just
okay,
instigating.
okay.
So Joe was just instigating. He gonna stick up for Royce.
Yeah.
So while Lupe went on there, he's talking to him and Mickey and all that, and they basically jump at Mickey. Talking crazy about him and Lupe, blah blah blah. And Mickey got upset and then dropped the diss track. So it happened 2 years ago, like 2021 or one of them.
Yeah, I'm about to visit that. I'm about to visit that again.
Yeah, Mickey Fax one is Wrath, WRATH. Lupe's is Linda. It's SLR3. SLR3. Royce is Landa because he called them nerds and all that. He was talking about them being nerds and stuff.
Yeah,
That was a good battle though. Nobody was talking about it really, but that was a cool little hip hop battle.
yeah. I was about to say I tuned out of hip hop for a little bit. That's gonna make me want to go in the back. 'Cause I ain't gonna lie, man. I will say through that Drake and Kendrick situation,
Yeah.
like bars might be back. The lyricists might get attention again.
I don't. Well, to me, I look at it like this: whoever you love out of it, I think you're gonna decide with. You're gonna ride with.
Mm.
I don't think it's gonna be fair. So anybody that don't like Drake is not gonna like Drake or give him a top. That's why I noticed about this battle. I
Yeah.
noticed that all the Drake haters or people that hate Drake came out in droves or who was tired of Drake. They didn't get played by the same rules as they did with Kendrick.
I know. Yeah, that's
So
how I felt too.
that's what I didn't like about this whole thing. It wasn't an equal fair. Let these two guys go at it. It was more so if I hate Drake, I hate him. He's a fake, he a phony, and a real artist. Blah blah blah.
Because
If you love
these ain't
Drake,
Kendrick
is
Lamar fans. These are just people that hate
huh?
Drake. At the end of the day,
I
Pretty
mean, no.
much.
Some people just hate. Some people I think just hate Drake
that's
regardless. I don't think they
that's what
always.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It was more about hating Drake than like them being fans of Kendrick Lamar.
yeah, yeah. So you're right. I think it's more so we sick of Drake. He been on the top for too long. Let's get this light skinned dude out of here.
For
Boom.
who? That's who. That's like firing Phil
Kendrick
Jackson. For who?
for Kendrick. They want Kendrick because J. Cole jumped out. Kendrick gotta be the one. J. Cole jumped out of it, so it had to be
I
Kendrick.
can't wait to see all these motherfuckers on the internet. I ain't even heard Kendrick's music played in anyone's car yet.
I have. I ain't gonna lie. Somebody was just playing that on the Uber ride. I ain't that. Not like us. They was playing that in the car. I was like, man, you don't get this. I don't even like that song. I was like, man, you don't get this
I don't
this
listen
whack
to
shit
Kendrick,
out there.
bro. I just don't. He ain't my cup of tea, man. I
No.
will.
I, I,
J. Cole has been the best rapper for the past 2 years.
yeah, but you know what I say? Out of this whole beef, I had Drake
Hold on,
winning.
Drew about to fall
Just
asleep. Drew,
my bad, Drew.
Drew about to.
Nah,
Drew about to fall asleep. Nah.
My
But
fault,
nah,
man. I'm talking my ass. All right, man.
nah, but I had Drake winning though. Like if I go some, I started with not like us or what was it? What was it like that? Was it like that? Right? To start it off
Yeah, something like
with
that.
the feature,
Mhm.
with the feature and stuff. I started off with that, then push ups. I say I gave it a push ups over that. Then when it came to Euphoria, was it Euphoria?
Euphoria.
And then what did Drake drop at the Euphoria? The Taylor made.
Tell me.
I had Euphoria win that,
Mm.
even though I did like Taylor. I liked the concept of what he was doing with it and stuff, but I liked Euphoria a little bit better. Family Matters, I like better than
That's the best song of the whole disc. I don't care what
yeah,
nobody says. I don't care
the
what
best
nobody
song,
says.
the best this song in the whole entire thing over a Family or Meet the Grams. Then I had Heart Part Six over Not Like Us. That's how I took it.
I said I did
I
not
did
like.
not like
Yeah.
Not Like Us. I didn't like Not Like Us, even though I get what he was trying to do, but he kept repeating himself,
I
and
like
I
it.
was like, well,
That's
I didn't
probably
like it.
that's on my top Kendrick songs because all them
Oh hell
subliminals
no.
and them double entendres that he had. Because
Yeah,
I like Drake's music more than I like Kendrick's, but I at least say that
yeah,
not like us. He pulled a chess move that I wanted Kendrick. If you're gonna beat Drake, he should have did the not like us before
yeah.
he did all of that whack shit.
But
Because yeah,
but if you playing it by that rule, I can get it. I'm not playing by the rule. I'm playing bar for bar. Who dropped? And I like that Drake his comebacks more than Kendrick. I felt like Drake had more of a sting, a punch in his comeback. Like how he flipped the A minor, you got a B sharp. You know what I'm saying? Like a D flat, D major. Like he took what Kendrick said about him and just flipped it. I like that. And then played against. He played defense and then offense. He wasn't just I'm not a pedophile. I don't touch a little bit. No, he did that, but then he was like, oh, I'm gonna come back after you. You still ain't responded to Dave East and blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? So I like that as a battler because Drake faces the battle, so that's why I gave it to him. I like,
Drake was fighting out of his body. He shouldn't even be on the battling stage and put up a good fight.
right. That's what people already thought he was gonna take an L automatically, but I like push-ups. I like push-ups and family matters. I
I
can bump them too.
this nigga Kendrick's gonna have I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. This is only gonna be a moment because this is only gonna be a moment where Kendrick's gonna be on top.
He got to drop an album. He got to drop an album.
He ain't going to. I don't
Why his
care what.
momentum is high? Why his momentum is so high? He
You know,
has to drop an
you know
album.
who got the number one streaming song right now?
Him, not like us.
Not
What?
not anymore.
What is?
At least on YouTube. On
Hey,
YouTube, you
Eminem,
know,
man.
yep.
What?
That fucking
What
Eminem.
is it?
That dude
Eminem just dropped
Eminem.
that.
Oh yeah. But they on the same label though, so he's not gonna take his. He ain't gonna try to take his spot.
No, man, look, I ain't gonna
Who's gonna
lie.
try to go after Eminem? They ain't not about to try to go after
Nobody,
Eminem. He's
nobody.
like Taylor Swift. He like Taylor Swift. You better just lay low, drop next year, or drop at the end of the year. You know what I mean?
Hey, look,
Because
right
the only
now,
person that can, honestly, is probably
Yeah, his
Wayne.
best bet
Because
is
we
to
haven't
drop
heard
an
him.
album while he still got some
but
good steam.
Wayne and him are not gonna
Yeah.
clash. And look, since everybody want to do
Yes.
this, everybody want to do this versus shit. Here come Eminem.
Yeah.
Eminem gonna come right, slide right on in.
Yeah. I say the only way Drake can survive this, he has to come out with two albums. That bro got to drop two. He can't drop one. That bro got
He
to
said,
drop one for
you
He
gotta
got
drop
he
two, you
got to
gotta
drop
drop
one.
a double album.
Right. He
You
got to
gotta
drop
drop a
one for
double album.
right. He got to drop one for Booming for Future and Booming and them. He got to drop another one just to show he's still number one on streams and all that.
Hey, Kendrick is just a weak ass nigga, bro. This this
How
this
you gonna say that? How you gonna say that?
this
How
this
you
this,
gonna say
this,
that?
this how I'm gonna put it, bro. Look.
Yeah.
Him and Drake and the Kendrick been going back and forth, back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Sabello's
Yeah.
on each other albums back and forth. This nigga Drake
Right.
said after he dropped off for all my dogs that I'm gonna take a break from hip hop. Here comes
Yes.
Kendrick like,
Yes.
no nigga, where the fuck
Right.
you think you going? You ain't just gonna leave like this up front.
Yeah. Right. The only thing I gave Kendrick a whole shit on is you jumped in with the people like that's why people were discrediting Drake for going after so many people. They was like, oh no, you need to just focus on Kendrick. Like this nigga literally getting jumped. I ain't never heard somebody who is attacking a lot of people at once. Then for other people to say, no, just fight one dude. They not fighting fair. Bro, what would you mean? I gotta just rap like Kendrick has the advantage just to go after Drake.
I'm mad at
Drake
all
gotta
these
worry about seven niggas.
I'm mad at I don't want to see none of these rappers take a picture with Drake no more. I'd be shitty as hell if I
Boy,
got jumped and a nigga gonna
hey,
show
if
me
I'm
the next day. What's up, bro? Heard you got jumped, bro. Yeah, I saw it on
hey,
Instagram. Bro, I was inside of it,
hey,
bro. I
hey,
couldn't
even Lil Wayne. I'm sorry, even Lil. I'm not taking. Even though they just came off a tour, I'm not taking a picture with nobody. Y'all got all lose my numbers. I'm dropping the album on all y'all. Like I'm not saying nothing because ain't nobody come to my defense.
It's real Drake
Only
gonna
person that came to his defense is the game. The game is the only person that came to Drake's defense. That's the only thing he had his back. Ain't nobody else came to Drake's defense. And that's what I like find crazy. How did nobody, not one person, come to this nigga defense? And he helped so many people get number one.
why? Because they know that look, it's gangbanging shit, and that's a West Coast artist.
Right,
All these
right.
celebrities want to be out west.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, but
That's like
Kendrick got like that?
Yeah,
like
what do
being
you
in a
mean?
Royal Rumble.
That's
That's
TDE
like
and all
being in a
them
Royal
dudes.
Rumble and everybody just
Hey, you've
tag
seen the
team up on
internet. You've
Drake.
seen the internet.
Right. Bro just said it. Everybody just tag team on Drake. Like they literally, man, he just got in the middle of the ring, thought he was gonna fight one on one,
Man, thought he's
and
ready.
then Jungle they slumber job.
Before
I know
Kendrick
some of
responded,
y'all
bro,
got my back.
he
Nope.
was whooping everybody ass that was talking shit.
Right.
That was good. All Drake got to do is take a break. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I said, I no, he got to drop two albums. I'm telling you, he
Nah,
can't leave.
nah.
He cannot leave right now.
You need to take a
He
break, bro.
can't.
Just take a
He
break.
cannot. Because people, because his peers won't let, you know what I'm saying? His not only just his fans, but people. I think Drake loves the culture so much. He knows if he
Hell, I would.
longer, I know, but the longer he does that, the more Kendrick wins. You cannot let this
No,
do more win.
look. His win isn't going to drag on that long.
Man, yeah,
The more Drake
I
pops
don't
up,
know.
the more they're going to make fun of Drake. At this point,
Yes,
niggas is
yes,
laughing at Drake at anything he does. Look at a nigga
right.
slip and fail. Look at a nigga socks. Look at it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, oh, that
yeah.
nigga sneeze, man. I know that. Yeah, I see he's sick.
But
Sick.
if
Can't
he
do that.
plays it off, if he plays it off right, it could be good. If he does it right, like that, "Sexy Red" was cool, but the thing is that mixing her voice and the hook was horrible. But it's how he does it. He, I'm just worried. I mean, I'm a Drake fan, so I ain't gonna lie.
I'm a fan. I'm
But
a fan as well.
the more I think he goes away, will validate Kendrick even more. That's what I feel like.
Well, I mean,
I
like,
feel like people.
at what point do you think it validates Kendrick if he takes a break?
I think even now, like remember when, even when he had that small
I
little.
think it will help him if he takes a break because then people are going to realize that they don't fucking like Kendrick's music.
Nah,
He's been on break this whole time. He just came back.
because not only they say that he won, they be
Niggas-
like you slayed the beast. They be like you're the new king. You know what I'm saying?
When was Drake Debo? When was Drake the final boss?
Right, right,
A pop artist that does reggaeton and all these other songs.
right, right.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Well, really, we gotta blame J. Cole because J. Cole the one talking about they was the big three. He was the first person to say that shit. That's his fault.
Bro,
He the one first person that said they was the big three.
I'm gonna hold you. I was mad when Kendrick got all those damn Grammys. It didn't make sense.
Yeah, yeah, he shouldn't have won all them. But all right. That's a whole. We know why Grammys are rigged. We know.
I mean,
Grammys is not.
I feel like Kendrick. I feel like Kendrick got that Grammy because the police officers was killing a bunch of niggas on TV, and Kendrick made a soundtrack to it, and it was like, "Here you go, black people."
But you know with Kendrick though, he always going for. Kendrick plays it smart by not being in the spotlight too long. The thing about Drake is because he's in the spotlight, he never took a year break or so. It made him vulnerable for these type of beefs and all that because now they got more to dig up on him compared to a Kendrick who could be silent. Even though he never denied what Drake said about him and Dave East and his baby mom being his baby mom, which if Drake is right, he can also win the battle and call him a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? But the fact is, he hasn't denied it. He hasn't said anything because you know his baby mama.
I'm looking at his baby mama. She got to smile
Yes.
at all her pictures. She got to look like
And
she's happy as hell to see Kendrick at every moment of her life.
Right. No, but you think she took a. Remember Drake's Heart Part 6, the picture where she's liking the black heart of Dave East. That's Dave East loving her picture with the baby, the light skinned baby she is holding. So could it be his? Like that's the question you got. Not only that, Drake had a ring showing at the end of Meet Family Matters. People are saying that's Whitney's ring, engagement ring. So if it's true, because remember, Kendrick never denied in any of his diss songs. He never said Drake is a liar, or he never said Dave East is effing my baby mama, or is not effing my baby mama. He never said anything attacking his allegations. So if it comes back true, one of them, because we already know Drake don't have a daughter. So what else? What else could come out of this whole beef?
Man,
You know about
I'm
Kendrick.
just gonna let this shit die off, man, because people ain't gonna act like this nigga ain't ran hip hop for 13 years. There's not another hip hop artist that's ever done it in the history of hip hop. He's got the best rap career we've ever seen.
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna take his. Nobody's gonna take that range. Just like how Wayne had 5 years, 4 to 5 years. Drake double that plus more. You know what I'm saying?
Wayne handed
What?
that shit right over to him too.
Yeah. So it just right now what they doing is we tired of Drake. Let's get somebody new.
He's
That's
not
what I
gonna
feel
be
like.
it. Kendrick is not gonna be it.
Nah.
It's gonna
I
be
think
somebody that we ain't seen yet.
yeah, but we don't know who's the next person because who's the next lyrical people? Because after J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake, who?
Not about lyricism. He's gotta be able to captivate the people and relate to everybody and come up with hit songs.
Who you think is the next up? Because most of these niggas are damn near old.
Nigga don't exist yet. Somebody gonna come.
Yeah.
Hopefully he will. I hope he's a good person.
Man, NBA YoungBoy about to get out.
Oh hell. Well, I heard the song on Jason Derulo song. He sound good, like doing a little like singing and stuff like that. But I don't know. I think people.
Generation, he is their
Yeah.
generation superstar.
But I think after Kendrick, I think people gonna be still looking for lyricism.
Man, dude, these people think that Juice World and Playboy Cardi is lyrical, bro. They think all these dudes is like mad lyrical.
Yeah, who
So
on them? Who on them?
Who
we'll get
you
Drew
say, Drew?
back. We'll get Drew back in here in a
I
second.
don't know. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. It is a new
But I mean,
generation,
as
man.
far as
I don't listen to.
as far as how we define it of
Yeah,
that lyricism, that's gonna be amongst us, bro.
yeah, true.
That'll be amongst us. Because Drake was able to captivate all facets of
Boy.
this entire
And
situation.
asked me, or not asked me, but asked who is more important for hip hop. I remember they asked, who was a Rosenberg and them. They was like, who was more important for hip, basically out of Drake or Kendrick. I said Drake
I'll say
because he
Drake.
had more hits. He has more hits. You can't leave without a Drake song in any club, anywhere. Like you can damn near take Kendrick out, even his albums. You damn near won't even miss too much or missing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always another Kendrick.
Nigga, Kendrick
It can
hasn't
be
done
another Kendrick.
anything. He hasn't made an album
Yeah,
of shit. What do you mean?
exactly. But they acting like it, right? But Drake has actually made an impact on hip hop.
Yeah.
Singing, the melody, that way he makes music, the style, the he changed hip hop,
Mhm.
regardless if you like it or not. That I feel like he was more important.
I mean, a lot of people just didn't feel comfortable of having like a different side of hip hop. Like they just
Yeah,
like the grittiness of it. And then you gotta also think, man, with especially I mean with you guys, I'm more of a darker complexion, but regular dark skinned people don't like y'all light skinned niggas. You know what
and
I'm
he played off that too. He played off that
saying?
too.
But like real talk, bro. You gotta really think about it, man. Like how mad motherfuckers is sitting back and enjoying Drake's Hotel. You know what I mean? They go to
Yeah,
the club. They was like, man, I just came out here to get sweaty and fight niggas, and Drake is on. You know what I mean? I came here to
he
gang
talking
bang.
about making love. He talking about
Hey,
making love to women and shit.
this nigga, this nigga making all these women's vaginas wet, man. I don't even want to be
Yeah.
here. Like,
And you got and you got to think musically.
now when Drake gets weird and gets mad at women for asking for tampons, cheesecake
Right.
factory, that stuff I don't
Yeah.
like from Drake. But
Yeah. We just thinking on music related, but also with that, I don't think they like that he gets help music. Well, what they deem as help musically, which we all as artists should get help in the studio, right? So like he's an artist, he writes music for other people. People work together to write music. I don't find a problem with people getting help writing music. It just, you know what I'm saying? Like
I
you
don't
should not want to make the dopest record. That should be
I don't care. Darrell could write for Leno. Drew Red could write for Leno. SSJ could write for Leno. Y'all can pick a track. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care.
you want to be the bow wow. Yeah, you can. Hey,
No, bro. At a certain point, when I'm reading y'all lyrics and I'm reading through there and I see how y'all do y'all rhyme schemes, I want to probably take how y'all do y'all shit and incorporate it on how I want to do
yeah. Your delivery, your own delivery to it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I
Cause
mean?
I tell artists this day, I get help on my songs. Now I write my stuff. They just tell me to take off a word or edit a little bit here and there, but it's still helping. I don't care as long as the sound dope and I sound fluent and everything like that. I do not care. Like, is it a dope record? Is it a tight song? Is it good? Do I sound good? Good. Because at the end of the day, you're going to either love it, listen to it, play it, or not.
You might have to flip or find another style. You might have to develop different cadences, and
Yeah,
it might take for you to sit down with somebody else to do it.
exactly, man.
That's
I
how
always like to pick other artists' brains. Like, when I'm in the studio and I'm with my engineer, I love that stuff. Like, I remember when me and my brother Drew, we was in a group, we used to compete with each other and stuff. And so we was always determined to write our own bars and things like that. But as I got older and became a solo artist, I understand. to be a better artist, you have to learn from other people and understand how to really craft
We
a
didn't
verse.
inspire ourselves. Somebody else we heard
Yeah,
rap inspired us to rap.
exactly. And you mumble them. You remember how you used to mimic them, and then you go on to find your own flow, your own craft, and build yourself up. Like that's what it is. I'll give an example. Bow Wow. T.I. was writing for him, and the Brat was writing for him at a young age until he got to a point he learned how to write himself and all that. Like any artist that just jumping into music or learning, evolving, that's how you should want to do it. Like when we was in the group, man, we was battling, four brothers battling, trying to have the best verse on the song, and we knew who the best artist was, but we was always battling with each other to get better, sharpen each other's skills and all that. Even our other little brother, like we knew he was the best, but we still try to sharpen skill. Hell, I remember I did a couple solo or duo projects with him. I still try to beat him a couple of songs, like just to beat him and writing or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Just to get that.
hey, y'all was treating me like you got only giving me 8 bars and 4 or 5 verses. I'm like, come
What?
on, man. Give me a song.
Hell no, your ass barely right. Your ass acting like you got nigga. You and Junior and shit be all late.
Put me on the song, man. What's going
Shit, y'all asses, boy, going through it, boy.
I feel like
Shit, me and Kari had to be goddamn ghosting Raekwon and shit.
I was on what 3 songs, 4 songs back.
Yeah, boy, yeah.
I mean, it takes that. You got to look in different directions. Look, no, you don't want to end up like Run DMC to where you had that same cadence for like 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you might have to work on it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Listen to different artists, different flow patterns, different styles. What's the new hot thing? Sometimes just take a little bit of that. That's what I'm saying. Great artists do that.
Fellas, I'm about to lay it down, dog.
Yeah, I was
Boy,
gonna
me
say
too.
my internet keep cutting off. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
me
have to go
too.
ahead and close it up.
Well, we better get shut down.
Hey,
Man.
Drew, let me know how you want your thumbnail.
All right. All right.
If you wanted one, if you wanted one.
I don't even know. I was gonna say do something. I
Okay.
was gonna say just do like a Wu-Tang, something with Wu-Tang on it, because we was it was supposed to be
Half of
about
it.
Wu-Tang.
Hey, look,
In the beginning.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. You always get lucky enough to where somebody watches all of your stream. You be lucky.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We only about 2 hours, 2 hours and 27 minutes.
Good conversation.
All
I'm
right,
out of here,
y'all.
Drew. You over here,
Man.
RSSJ. You over there. You over there, blurry. Okay, now you back. You back here with us, Drew.
Yeah, nice little minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't know which day I'm gonna do. Matter of fact, I don't think I'm going into work tomorrow.
Yeah, lagging out, man. I don't know why the signal on here is bad, but my regular internet signal is strong.
Yeah, you do.
So
Yeah,
I
you
don't get
delayed
it.
as hell right now.
Yeah,
But
definitely like.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and get sometime this week. I'm gonna try and get the Venom versus Spawn debate off. But we'll see, man. All right, Drill.
All right, see y'all.
All right, everybody. If you made it this far, I appreciate you for watching. My internet's been messing up for some reason today. Everybody else already jumped out of the stream. Um, like this video and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I appreciate everybody if you made it this far in the video. Have a good night, good morning, whatever it is, wherever you're at watching. I appreciate it.